It started with a monster of a man.
We hunted him across the seas, into the storm.
Then we fell.
Now we are here.
The sky twists.
The stars are all wrong.
We killed the man.
But we're no closer to home. We left for different reasons.
For legends.
For adventure.
For acceptance.
For fame.
For answers.
But how do we escape?
The Everstorm.
Hey, we're live. Welcome to Everstorm.
Hey!
Whoa!
Ooh.
All right,
Who knew?
welcome everybody. This is season 2, episode 24.
We're on a ship. You're all wait. Never mind. Nope. They're good.
We're on a
good.
boat.
They're in the forest.
Yeah, no,
They're in the forest. Never mind.
Oh,
Never mind. We're good.
Okay.
dolphins
Okay.
doing flips and
dolphins.
shit.
Okay.
Hey, what's about this guy?
What's up with that guy?
What is with that guy? Look at that guy. Look at him.
Okay.
I'm off the side there. There we go.
There you go.
I'm
There you go.
flipped. Apparently I'm flipped on that screen.
Where we last left off,
We're professionals.
the crew had been split. Balrin entered some dreams, might have gotten stuck briefly, got everything something else thought he wanted. Koto rendezvoused with the original Dragonborn camp. He's just making this thing up as he goes. Stop it. Okay. It's not true. I'm recounting. I could read the chat. Now he's gonna stop making it up. Taunting. It is always the taunting.
That's correct, Animal G. That's correct.
All the taunting.
Non-stop shit talk.
100%.
I have to throw him off his game early.
It does. I tell him
This
he
is how
has
you
this
get the loot
power,
early.
and this
okay?
is how he uses the power.
Yes.
Then goes to visit the Dragonborn. Koto goes to visit the Dragonborn. And there he confronts the leading betrayer of his original crew. Labadaga is now broken and blind. Forgives
Poor
her
lady.
and
Yeah.
gathers together Dragonborn to come back to the Grit
A new crew.
for the long-term goal of filling the cauldron to turn it into the powerful weapon it's rumored to be.
A mega gagato.
Meanwhile, the crew back on the ship in the third location decided what to do about the oncoming ship, did a little bit of conversation back and forth with signals, and then eventually, when all the Dragonborn returned to the ship, except for Koto, everybody went back to the Dragonborn colony to find it. But they didn't.
That guy.
Never.
And so we begin
Always up
in
to
the
no.
colony with Koto. Not with Koto. With the guys looking for Koto. So,
You forgot about Sid finding the card guy.
Oh,
Sid said that can wait.
Oh,
Sid
okay.
found.
Did I say
Yeah. Thank you.
I was like,
Yeah,
all right,
we
what's
passed
going on?
it.
You're like, don't worry about it. Took off.
No. You found him, you're like, this guy's got answers. And then the whole thing rolled out, and you're going like, I have no idea who that is. I thought he had answers. You're like, we'll come back to him. So, Sid thought, as he was being compelled by an object in his pocket, the marker that he's always had.
Always.
It led him to another holder of a marker, a small red-clad gnome named Felix, that claims to understand the nature of the game they're supposed to play,
Both,
which
actually.
Sid spent a lot of time proving he also knows. and then decline to play the game in search of Koto. So Felix sits at the colony, waiting for a good time. And here we begin. Welcome,
So I have
everybody.
absolutely no idea who that was.
Well, but at least we got Koto's tracks. We can follow them into the woods.
Well, hopefully he wants to be found. Let's see where he's gone.
Balrin, he didn't say anything to you at all about why you'd want to stay?
Koto never tells me anything, you know this.
No, that's true.
He doesn't tell any of us much of anything often.
And he especially doesn't tell me.
Well, hopefully
Man
he's
of
not.
secrets.
I'm just worried the curse is getting worse or something, and we hopefully find him soon.
He's probably just gone off on his own just to have a bit of fun.
What's
But,
even on this island?
Hey, what's not on this island?
Colonies here, we know that much.
It's enough to sustain them here. So
They've been here for quite
Who
some
knows?
time.
Well, let's make it quick then.
There's a nice beach.
I mean, if you convinced me to stay here by telling me all the niceties in here, we're gonna have a long time before we get back to the ship.
All right, well, into the woods we go, I guess. I got a little bit of food on me. Let's see where we headed off to. How many hours behind are we?
It's quite possible he just doesn't want to come back with us.
well, he doesn't have that choice right now. He's got to tell us if he's going to leave.
I agree with more game.
I mean, at least a card would be nice.
I mean, we're a team at this point. If you want off the team, that's fine, but you don't get to just leave. You got to tell us first, or we're coming to look for you.
You think he's worried the curse is getting worse and he's trying to just get away?
I don't know.
Well,
I'd say we find him and we ask.
Let's
maybe
pick up
he
his
can
track.
make a deal with the other Dragonborn, but they seemed as confused, so...
Well, let's see. I think his tracks go over there. Survival of 21.
And you follow the heavy-footed clawed marks of Koto. You get about 100 yards away, past a couple tree lines, to where the vision with the camp is somewhat obscured as you look back. And there the tracks entirely change to something that has not a bipedal, but a quadrupedal gait with larger footprints. And Koto's vanish.
Probably not good.
Would these be Kurig's prints?
Right, his mount.
Yes.
I've
they
seen
look
those
Kurik's.
before.
Yeah.
Bauer would. Yes, he's brought Kurig with him. He's gone some distance then if he took the time to bring Kurig.
Yeah, he's probably a good deal. I
Back. What was going on here? His tracks disappear.
don't know. He always seems to have a way of just... Kirik just shows up when he needs him. I don't know how he does it.
Right then. Well,
I mean, we would all died at before we met you, Sid, at Peg's place, but then Kirik showed up with the whole crew.
fantastic, that Keurig then.
He is a real
It's not a
lifesaver.
damn coffee maker. It's not
you
Keurig.
just call him Keurig.
Son of a
You
bitch.
got those little cups.
You're
you put
not
in
there to correct him. You got to take it. This happens to me all the time with NPCs.
Did I call it wrong initially and everyone else is following suit?
It's
That's
a K at
that.
the end. We like the G. Yeah.
Bowron
Correct.
just casually mispronounces stuff all the time, and then it totally sticks with the rest of the group.
I
I'm
have
like
to hear a
the
song
least
lyric. If I hear a
trustworthy
song
person
lyric,
in the party,
okay.
but I'm the one person, if I say something wrong, everyone else will just go with it.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Other
Oh,
skis are.
Valorant certainly
Yeah.
knows.
Well,
I
then he's
it's the
moving
drink.
quickly now.
I like it.
You get the pace.
That's how
You
he
guys
says
start to
it.
follow, and within about 50 feet, you notice that Kurik is not running as much as leaping with deep toe gouges that are roughing up the turf, and then the tracks disappear.
Does it look like a couple of bounds? Like
Yep.
if a creature were to, let's say, want to take off in flight.
Give me a nature druid.
Do I have to really do this considering I do it myself? I mean,
Druid, it stands to reason that there's some logic behind that feels about right.
What would be like your passive nature? I guess it's like
Yeah, what's your passive nature?
10 plus.
16 if it's a passive thing.
I'll take it.
That's I got to roll.
No.
Right. Oh, well, I didn't know if that was high enough. Just because it's a 16 doesn't mean it succeeds.
You're looking at animal tracks determining some level of movement behavior. That's a 15. That's not harsh.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm high enough on a passive nature.
Not a passive nature. That was a passive-aggressive passive nature right
That was
there.
pretty passive aggressive. That was.
My keen elven nature is going to tell me that.
It
So you
stands
fly
to reason.
So now what?
Where would he fly to?
It looks like he took off. I mean, I didn't know that Kirk.
For what it's worth, the tracks before flight do go in one direction, which is south.
What's south of us?
It says, is there anything to the south of us? Are we near the ocean? Or are we?
I thought we were on the north side of this island, right?
I will jump to map time.
Just flying back to the boat. Missed the tree, guys.
I'm a map.
We are, yeah. Oh, that's right. This is like a whole
Little red dot out there.
Like,
peninsula chain.
Switch so you all can see. I don't know where I'm at.
We're the green dot, aren't we? That's where
Yes,
we're at right
I
now.
think so, right?
Green dot, yeah.
You guys are currently, the colony is here at the green dot. And this little divot right here off this chunk of island is where you guys usually make landfall. And this is all forested and hilly. You are aware that it bottoms out and becomes very flat because you've passed it off in this direction when you initially pass through this area. And then it gets a little bit higher over here. That's about all you know. In fact, you aren't entirely certain how wide this is beyond Skeezer's map, which was a replication given to you from Precita to Skeezer, who copied it.
The only thing that we know for certain is that these waters down here, where this red dot is Talua's court. Because that's where I went with Talua. Or he told me so.
Doesn't seem like the sort of place that Koto would be going.
I know.
You don't think he's gone to the ship, do you?
No,
That's a
he was wanting
long-
to just come back to the ship. He'd have came through the plant portal.
He made it. Well, all right.
I had no idea Kira could fly.
Never seen him fly.
Just a Drake, as far as I understood. I didn't think he was capable of flight.
Well, I can get a couple of us to fly, but not for very long. If he's going a long
Yeah.
distance.
I have the means that could potentially get us there quicker, but I don't know. This is once he's in the air, there's no way to really track which direction if he changes. We could be days looking for him.
And the grit's not in safe waters.
Sid does the obvious thing and looks up. Is there anybody out there flying away?
Broken branches, like
Anybody try to look
No.
up yet?
no.
Koto's hovering
You look
above you.
up.
Hey, assholes.
You look up. The only thing you do notice is that in this general direction of sky,
Mm-hmm.
you can not only see the clouds that are moving clockwise, the clouds that are moving, let's see if you're underneath it and looking up, that are moving right to left. Yep. That are moving right to left. Normally, that's what all you guys see is one direction. But now from where you stand, you can also see a pretty good distance beyond.
Hell of a boy
And
band.
way off, you can see clouds moving at what appears to be the center. So you actually, yeah. Well, the center of the spiraling of cloud. Because right now,
Right.
you guys have here the clouds don't move west to east. Here they have always moved in a slow spiral. And up until now, you've predominantly been, you constantly, Balrin, have been sort of thrown off by that, because every day what a compass on the ship reads is not necessarily the direction of cloud movement. So the cloud movement can no longer be trusted for any sense of north, south, east, west direction.
Right.
But now you guys are seeing multiple directions. You're seeing both side and like lateral coming towards you. Like you're actually seeing it curve very slowly, but you're seeing it.
Because we're very close to the center.
Yeah, you're closer to the center of the map than you've been before.
Wow, I had no idea the encampment was that much closer to the center of the spiral.
We just dropped him in the middle of a hurricane. Here we go.
That's very interesting.
Here I am.
To be clear, you guys have
Rock you like a
a
hurricane.
somewhat overcast day, but for the most part, the weather is kind. The clouds are lazy and thinner.
Just like your shirt, I understand.
That's true.
Should land any
True.
second.
Cannon.
Cannon.
We have cannons. Cannon.
No,
Maybe.
They're on the
I
ship.
mean, we didn't know.
the cannons are not
Why?
cannon. Cannons are not cannon.
Cannon.
The only way there could be a cannon is if one of you is playing an artificer, and then we have to have conversations.
Prepare the multi-classing.
Say thanks
As
for
long as
letting
I
me
can
know.
use the cannon
Next
mini when
character
we play
has
in real
been
life.
created.
Now we'll never.
Oh, thanks. More
I mean-
cannons.
How do you argue?
subscribed and I
He
want
subscribed
cannons?
for cannons.
Wow.
Subscribed and he's making demands. Look at this guy.
We'll
Look
pay
at
for
this guy.
cannons.
He
You just
must
bought
think
these
it's,
odds, guys.
he must think it's
Huh?
Wednesday or something.
Yeah, right.
Oh boy.
Telling you, you come back Wednesday
We'll
with Wednesday
sub
more
for
cannons.
cannon.
And we're
Absolutely.
Well then, maybe he's gone to the center trying to, call someone out. I don't know.
Why before he had the...
I don't know. He's probably just down the way over there, just down the island, just coming up with funny things to say.
He's only ever had one set of footprints while we've been following him around right now, right?
Correct.
Well, there's a whole encampment of Dragonborn here. I suppose if we look around enough, we can find several sets of Dragonborn tracks to follow.
There was something.
I will confirm nor deny, Animal G, that Koto is alive and totally safe.
Totally safe.
Well,
I just know that we know that this curse eventually makes you split, and sometimes recently he's been like really, really nice. And what if this is the half of the curse where he's like, maybe he did go to call somebody out?
wait, that's a curse?
Yeah, it splits people in half into two like varying yin and yang forms of themselves.
I guess I just thought he was always that way.
No, he got that mark when we went to the Dreamer. He's
The whole thing.
he's cursed.
Remember the banquet?
He's been strange since then.
I hadn't noticed much of a difference. I mean,
Trying to be nice to you.
even back in Soraka Blaze, I mean, one minute we're having drinks at the bar, the next minute he's being a complete asshole. I don't know, I just thought that was always Koto.
I like how there's all this going back and forth about base attack bonus.
Yeah. Just that bonus.
That's great. I don't know. I mean, we could try to find him. I mean, if you want, I can cloud car us about any way you want to go. We're stuck at an impasse because there's no way to track him from here.
Well, do we have any spells that can sort of find him?
No, he has that woman back in the village said she gave him the necklace that hides him from magic.
Oh, perfect. Well, perfect. All right.
Right.
The old-fashioned way then.
Well, the best I could do would be to windwalk us, but That's only given us so much time, and not positive we know which direction to go.
How long can you windwalk us for, Balrin?
A few hours.
It's hours.
Maybe, because the ship's not in safe waters right now.
No, we should probably get back.
So maybe we just search for some duration of the windwalk, and if we can't find him, because I won't lie, I'm worried about Koto, but I'm also worried about where we left the grit.
I hate to get into technicalities, but if we windwalk when we're done, I'll require an hour of meditation before I can teleport us back to the ship.
The crew can handle an hour. We'll be fine.
That's not counting the hour and a half to 3 hours we may be windwalking looking for him.
To be clear, Crimson, you can't play the Clint card about anything. Only Clint can play the Clint card.
It does not
We're
pass
unlocking-
on to siblings.
We
Is
are
there a-
currently unlocking base attack bonus for only $9.99. So just let me go, guys. You do your scene. I'm working the chat. Okay?
We're unlocking base attack bonuses for $9.99.
This is the Electronic Arts bacon D&D campaign.
We're getting
Just,
loot boxes for
know.
base attack bonus.
Koto,
It's all about downloadable content, guys. It's all about
Koto
DLC.
shows up at the end like the barbarians from Kung Fury.
Kung
Fury
Fury.
guns and everything else. Don't worry, guys, we got
I
this.
can't wait. That's getting a sequel.
I know.
Boy.
Crazy.
Wow.
Michael Fassbender's going to be in it, and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
How?
All right.
How is that a thing?
I don't care. It's going to be amazing.
Man.
I just,
boy.
Captain, I hate to be, well, I guess I don't hate to be, but I'm usually the voice of reason. That Koto is a full-grown adult, more than capable of handling his own and capable of making his own decision and path in this world. If he wished for us to follow him, he would have left more of a breadcrumb trail than this, and he would have told somebody what he was doing. In the meantime, you took the responsibility for an entire crew of people on a ship that you've left in hostile waters. I'm not sure there's anything else we can do to contact Koto. He took every possible means to make sure we could not find him. Can't scry him, can't follow him. He's got a head start.
Oh,
You're
better
right.
Better let the group or the colony know at least.
Yeah, let's backtrack. Let's talk to the Dragonborn who are still here in the village. Let them know.
Ooh.
The Nat
you.
30s.
Ooh.
Welcome. Thank you for the
You know where you
raid.
did a Nat 30 at? Dungeon Crawl Classics. Was
that where you
That's true.
Nice.
I'm just curious if they were playing some DCC or something that uses those Toki dice. Where you
Heck
get
yes.
Nat 30s, baby.
The Nat 30s.
We respect DCC. When we played it, we did not do
We had
well.
fun with it.
But we did
had
play
fun with it.
Did
I think
not
we
do
did pretty well, actually. I think we did pretty well.
We lucked into success. Let's call it that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh,
I called
and
that
how
shit.
on that room? That was amazing.
It was fun.
Hey, Malice.
Hey,
What's
Malice.
Nat 30s,
Malice.
welcome. What we're catching up on is one of the party members has entirely split and left no note, and now they're all trying to figure out how to chase him down. And he
What a
has
bag.
a level of anti-scrying on him, and unbeknownst to them, his mount can fly now.
Apparently.
They
Yeah.
didn't know his mount can fly, but it totally can.
No clue. So now we're deciding to abandon him and my plotline option in this town, or actually do both missions.
Welcome to the group. Casual, passive-aggressive party conflict today.
Oh, you're right, Ball.
Koto's used VPN.
Fucking hole somewhere.
He has.
Well,
If we try to look for him, it actually says he's somewhere in Asia. We're like, that can't be right.
It's not that I don't want to find Koto. I just I'm out of options.
well, I mean, you just said we had an option, and then you can turn us into a cloud. We fly around, we look for him for a moment. At least you ought to try it.
Hey,
Zombie
Zombie
decoy.
decoy, the host.
Hey,
No, you-
thank you.
I do
love your
agree
new
with,
logo for Game Grind. That looks really good, Zombie.
I do agree with Balrin. I don't think we can leave the ship alone for long. If you don't mind, Balrin, let's take an hour by wind walk to look for signs of Koto anywhere on the island. If we don't find him, we all meet back at the village in an hour. You take your hour to rest. I'll talk to the Dragonborn about what happened, and then we'll go back to the grid.
It's an hour you want. It's an hour you get, Captain. All right, everyone, gather around.
Is that agreeable to everyone?
I put my hand on Fulcrum's shoulder. Relax. It's not your fault. We're doing the right thing.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yes. I was trying to get the voice back. That's how Morgan's gonna do it from now on.
The red eyes do shift back to white.
Trying to get the voice back.
All right, so
There we go. Okay.
we have 8 hours of duration, but we're not using near that much. And up to 10 willing creatures I can see within range. They become wisps of clouds in this form. They can fly at 300, have resistance to damage from non-magical weapons. Blah,
That's
blah,
an
blah.
insane fly speed.
It's an insane flying type spell that lasts for 8 hours. So
yeah, it's 300 feet.
yeah,
I love that
300.
the components are fire and holy water. So Balrin's
Six
like
seconds.
fire and ball and holy water.
Yeah. Rum on fire.
You turn it into a mist and just fly.
Yeah.
He
He
just
literally
breathe
pours
rum.
out it.
Is
You
it,
got
he
to
just
see
blesses
Balrin-
the rum and then like fire breathes it into the air.
You guys see
And we all
Balrin
start
pour out a
flying.
drink, and then he sparks his fingers by it, it catches fire, he drinks it, and all of a sudden, and he starts to pour, and his body mists out through his mouth. As all of him becomes mist, and as it envelops all of you, you join, as you feel weightlessness overcome, and all your shoulders lift off the ground. And once again, you're now clouds. The one catch being, gentlemen, you cannot communicate verbally while you are clouds. So,
Yeah.
so you take off.
Well-
You guys are in the sky at 300 feet per 6 seconds, and we bothered to clock that in miles per hour, and it was
was
bonkers
fast.
pants
It was real
speed.
fast.
It's fast.
So-
Yeah.
It's real.
fast.
So however many miles an hour, since we're taking about 1 hour, assume that's about what we can cover. So
Well, okay.
just to see if we
Clock
catch
it.
up with
We
it.
got to do the math again.
What was
Well,
the?
I'm
That
actually
would
looking
be
it up
the
right
radio.
now. It's 300 feet over 6 seconds. So
50 per
Times
second.
10.
So that's
Sure.
50
So-
feet per second.
50 feet per second.
Are we actually doing this?
Yeah, we did it once
Yes.
before. 70. It's 72 miles an hour.
72 miles an hour.
It's highway speeds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're going highway speeds.
Okay.
We're on the freeway, baby.
Yeah.
All right. What direction?
I go south.
Okay.
Direction he was going.
Okay.
I'm going to
Uh,
fan out slightly, kind of go more
I'll
south.
say we'll all go different directions and
let's
meet
see,
back
what would
here.
What would be fanning out more toward? That would be southeast if I'm fanning out more towards the center of the storm.
Okay. So I go ahead and position. I'm not going to shrink you guys down. So I'll just give you guys dots. Let's see here. Where do you want to be? That's where Sid's going to
I'm
go.
going to be kind of like off to the side of Sid.
And
Not too
then
far.
I'll have. Okay. Thank you guys. And where are you going, Morgaine? And where are you going, Balrin?
I think
I'll go
Balrin.
this direction.
I think
Okay.
Balrin's just going to do a flyover of most of the
Just need
island.
Just make
Not
like
so much
a
over the
loop,
water.
like flower
Just
petals
circle.
around and
Okay.
back.
Yeah, and then if he gets back a little early, I think. Do I have to concentrate on this? This is a concentration spell. I assume it is. But why does it not say
Concentrate.
Why does it not say concentration on it anywhere?
It's not a concentration spell.
Okay. Excellent. So what I was curious is if I can revert back and they don't have to, and that looks like the case.
Yes, I'm going to assume that you can revert back and they don't necessarily have to.
Okay. Balron's going to do a quick flyover of the island and the colony and just look around to make sure that Koto's not like here somewhere and we're thinking he went somewhere and he didn't.
Okay.
So in case this
You're
is some
searching the
ploy
colony.
to throw us off, like, oh, I'm going to get
Okay.
trailed, so he did this
Okay.
intentionally. I'm just going to check around here, and if I don't find him, Balron's going to begin his 1 hour of rest long before the others do. So it'll
Okay.
get more time.
Balrin, give me a perception, and because of the speed and the time, the fact you can like loop it as many times as you really need to, and go ahead and take advantage.
Advantage for my keen elven eyes.
Because they're keen.
Elven eyes.
It's 26.
All right. You managed to loop the colony about 5 times, to the point that you also duck down and sort of slide amongst them in the canopy of trees. And you do not see Koto in 5 laps tracking people. You do notice that on the other side of the Dragonborn colony, there is a lot of discussion and dialogue about safety and what do we do now, and a lot of people saying they wish they'd gone with Koto. And in the colony, you do hear a lot of dialogue about when the boat returns. You're not sure what boat they're talking about, but they're talking about it with caution, and the discussion is whether or not they should trouble the guys with it, or if they should try and handle it on their own. Morgaine,
Yes.
over in this direction, you see that this flatland bottoms out into washes of marshland.
Hey, thank you for
Where-
the host there, Laser. Much appreciated.
Aw, thank you.
Thank you.
Mod of the modern era.
It did not show up on my screen.
Okay, I don't remember her title. Oh, disrespect. Okay. This is all marshland that's partially flooded in and out and swampy, and you see a lot of movement all through here. Random gatherings of Ikax that have made landfall and have little huts and tribes and all kinds of stuff. And then you occasionally see roving groups of burbles that run and hide from Ikax. And that seems to be the makeup of this entire area over here. And then over here at the
Ikax,
end,
remind me again. Those are the sea uglies, yes?
Sea Uglies.
Oh
That's
shit!
what I thought, but want to make sure.
The Belly Boys.
And
That is no bueno.
Real Bravo has found Koto for us, guys.
Oh,
He's just right there.
yeah. He's right there.
and Morgaine,
He went north.
right
Guys.
there. I've put. Oh, you can't see that. Hold on.
I can't see anything.
You can't see that, but you can see it now.
Soon. Oh, now I can
So-
see it.
That pink square, as you go over that area, you see the largest gathering of burbles you've ever seen, with buildings and houses that are made out of dead animal skins and body parts and bones and trees and all kinds of whatever. And then dragged along the center, you see a giant busted up piling of what looks like old broken boat debris and detritus that's been turned into a feasting table. And then you see a giant pile of fresh fruit that's about the size of a car that's been lumped up in the center. And you see a great tent made out of actual cloth that is all red, green, and yellow that sits at the end of it. And as you hear chanting and singing all through that area. If you had to guess, there's easily 1,000 burble here.
Oh my
shit.
god!
I thought you were going to say, like, 75 burbles.
I know where to use a weapon of mass destruction.
It's a burble. It's a burble city. You like if you had to guess. And that tent is. It looks about the size of like a 2-story building.
I will
It's like a circus
explore
Wow.
this a little bit more, just because it could be a place that Koto could have gone, and I'm curious.
You know who Koto likes? It's the burbles.
Well,
If there was 1,000 dead burbles, I'd be like, you're on the right trail.
I'm just saying there's resources in which to do things with here, so it's better than looking at empty marshland.
You lower down and whip around a couple times. You do not see anything larger than a burble. So Ikax are by a foot or two. Ikacs come out to about 4 feet or 5 feet, like dwarf height. But burbles are definitely smaller than halflings about. And this is all littles everywhere. However, the circus tent, you can see, is a bizarre indoor farm that is growing lush fruit trees everywhere with oversized fruit coming out of them. And for a split second, as you whip around, you see that there's a single burble that's being followed, and he has a cape of red, green, and yellow, and he has a giant watermelon helmet that covers his face with a scary burble face carved into the flesh of the watermelon. And you hear them going, Frodo, Frodo.
I really, really wish that the Fruitzilla will actually just crawl out of the ocean like Godzilla does.
Yes.
That would be amazing.
He's like a gargantuan, like the old school gargantuan monsters.
Yep.
Second ed, like.
All right. Noted. I'm going to make sure to note that because we're going to let everybody know that exists. Because they clearly could be dangerous. I mean, we've seen the kind of shit they're willing to steal, eat, wear.
They have that in porn, right?
Well, somebody does. I don't know if it's these guys exactly, but
It's right.
Okay.
I forgot we gave them that.
Fulcrum, as you travel out towards the southeast, the spiral becomes more pronounced, and that's when you notice that out this way, you see coral reefs that pop in and out above the surface. But then, after looping about 20 minutes at high speed, you start to slow down and realize it's not that you're seeing coral reefs pop above the surface of the water here. It's that the water here is lower. Like almost the motion of a whirlpool around a drain. There is not a hole in the center, but it's lower, and you can watch the current as it's getting cut and sliced by these coral formations. You can see all throughout as you are going through coral reefs. Coral.
Wow.
This whole center mass is crawling with Ikacs, and they have spiked up in the coral reefs, speared and impaled Waven bodies.
I can't unhear it now.
It's too late.
He'll never be able to
And
say
this-
Coral.
this
I
was
only
supposed-
hear Carl.
Coral.
As Balrog just said, this is Tulua's domain around here.
Yeah. This is all Tulua's domain. And you can see speared amongst you, lose count in the 30s. And they're not all in the same space. It'll be like a random chunk of coral sticking out, and then 2 or 3 Waven bodies. And then over here, Waven bodies that are harpooned and dragging in the water, just trailing out fluid into the swirl. And Ikacs that have built weird little ritual circles out of stones, like little cairns and stuff, and shell, and are actively butchering Waven bodies that are out on the ground dead. And then you see a group dragging in 3 more Waven fresh out of the water. And you see that they are making marks. It looks organized and purposeful. It doesn't look random. Sid, as you travel south, you cut over fields and greens and forests, and eventually come to a shoreline.
Guys, I found the map.
And that shoreline,
Colorful shore I've ever seen.
Or
You
Sid's
see-
got to be the one to find him. Then we
Saying,
won't
if you just
believe
go the
him.
direction they went.
We just won't believe him.
We just won't hear him.
Yeah.
right there on a stone at the edge of the water, you see Koto trudging forward. His weapons are at the shoreline further back. He is wearing his armor. And then you see him fall to his knees, and he looks dazed and dizzy.
Oh, there he is. Dizzy. Okay.
Koto, you are at the second level of exhaustion. At one level of exhaustion, I think you're at half speed right now. That's what happens.
Half speed and I think disadvantage on ability checks.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Just for sitting
Yeah,
on the back of a drake.
Yeah.
Disadvantage on ability checks, and your speed is halved. You wake up. You are standing on a stone, and you can see all around you this strange purple water, some sort of color that's sediment or part of the land that's seeping out in the waves. And as you're coming to, and you walk towards the edge,
Fuck.
you see popping up out of the water Ikax with spears. They're just holding their ground and staring at you.
They gotta cut off his hand too.
Fuck. Well, I was gonna fly back and get the others, but Sid is gonna fly on down.
He's gonna suss him to death.
I gotta spend a minute coming out of this fucking form. So I guess I will. Shit.
I'll see you in 10 rounds, my friend.
How far are we from? How far are we from where I started?
I did the math. You're about 70 miles.
Fuck. So it would take me an hour to get back.
70 miles. Damn.
Yeah.
It was an hour.
3 days. It was 3 days walking. A day walking is about 24-ish miles.
Damn.
I'm the closest, but I'm still probably like a half hour away.
All right. Well, I will begin the transformation out of cloud form in this bush.
Sweet.
Son of a
Is
bitch.
that a
Sure,
bush? I
into
thought
a
that was
person.
Carl.
Bush here.
I will fly.
Coral.
Is that a Carl Reef?
I will fly over Koto. I don't know if we
Coral Reef.
I don't know
Okay.
if we actually look like ourselves at all in any way, shape, or form. But if we do,
No, you look like moving white, potentially transparent mist. Much in the same way that looking at the smoke coming out of a chimney on a cold day,
okay.
you are that, except you have direction. You have vector.
I mean, we've all seen this and we've used it a few times.
I forgot the fact that you're incapacitated during the transformation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly through all the Ikaxes in a loop around Koto, and then fly like around like this, and then towards the bush. See if I can get their attention to drag them. And we'll see what they do.
Okay. Let's see here.
Yes, Chris Derps, that was hilarious. I actually read that.
I need
It's
to find out
amazing.
about this.
Yeah,
it
with
exploded.
Peltro's particular line of candles, you know which one, exploded and almost burned a person's house down. Somebody
Really?
almost
Oh,
died.
thank you for the
Due to-
host, Rio Bravo.
Thanks for the host, Rio Bravo.
Bravo.
How do they get so
Due to Gwyneth Paltrow's particularly fragrant candle.
Apparently.
I didn't
Candle.
know she had a candle that.
Yep.
Dude, she
Levi,
has all
he has
kinds of
a
stupid
very
shit called
personal
goop.
candle.
No, I get it. I get
Yeah.
it. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
I'm Googling
I
this.
know. I know this is just like right there on the nose, but is this perchance sold? Is this perchance sold with her Goop brand?
Of course it is.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really poor naming. I'm just gonna.
Yes, it is. It's
Oh,
horrifying.
it's awful.
Mm-hmm.
These three.
Uh,
Y'all are the best. Now don't let Koto die.
Yes, I
these
have my
three
supporters.
slide, keeping an eye on Koto, and literally one of their eyes changes its focus like a chameleon and starts tracking the tree as well. But they slide up, and this one here is watching under the tree. They don't advance, Koto. Let's go ahead and set initiatives just in case,
Shit.
given that we're counting time.
Are we all rolling just for giggles, or
I don't see how the rest of you would arrive in any
do you
in any
doubt
period of
my
time.
abilities?
No way.
Do you
Sure.
doubt me?
Roll initiatives.
He's
Why?
taking a nap back in town. It's like, I want my turn.
Doubt my ability.
Even if like some big thunder move goes off, I would take like many minutes.
Oh, I didn't have a valid token selected.
It's an invalid token.
16 for my invalid token. Here, hold on. I'll do it again.
All right, Sid, first round, you go ahead and tick them off because you have to do this for 10.
Yep.
So that's your first. For my turn, I ready in action. Koto.
Do I know what's going on?
You see what you see. You do not have your weapons. You're on this stone. It's actually somewhat slippery. It's not terribly convenient to stand on. Your armor is here, and you find your hand on the amulet attempting to activate it, but you wake up and your armor is still on. It hasn't liquefied.
Hmm. Are you like Burbal's big brothers or something? What do you want?
You get no response. They just stare, and then they breathe deep with this creepy hissing.
I put my hand down on the stone, and I look up at him. And a white flame starts drawing from the stone and pours over my body.
Are you casting a spell?
I'm
Man,
casting
I'm a
a
banner,
spell.
dude.
You
Animal
have
banner.
no spell slots remaining. They're all empty.
Well, that'd have been nice to know before I said my spell.
Before I tried flaming this
Way to
thing.
renege my combat. All right.
You're
That's
welcome.
cool. That's
You're welcome.
cool. That's
You're
cool.
welcome.
I
You reach
summoned-
down to touch
Oh,
the
shit.
stone,
I
and
summoned
it,
my hammer. Like
Sid flies
Thor.
through him just to make it look like it happened anyway, just to help him out.
Yeah, no, that's okay. So then I just
you
I
reach
just-
down to
Presentation.
touch the stone, and you try to feel for that fire, and it's gone.
It's gone.
When you reach for the reservoir of energy and faith and belief, it is as exhausted as if you've been running all day as the rest of your body feels.
That's cool. All right.
That's right, Christers.
Yes.
Yeah,
You're just
I
tying your
forgot,
shoelaces.
forgot about these. Hold on. I have quite a few laces. Give me just a second. Put my hands up then.
Balren,
Yeah.
since I doubt your abilities.
Well, Alan is
Drink some rum.
Well,
gonna take some time to. Well, how much time do I have till I'm expecting my crewmates back? If it's been
An hour?
I mean, technically, we should be expecting them right now because weren't we going
That's
to
what I'm
go
saying.
fly for an hour?
Okay. Here, roll a d10.
D10.
Roll it again. One day, I'll be
All
the
right.
dungeon master. One day,
One
I'll be
day.
the dungeon master.
You can be a dungeon master whenever you want, Cam.
That's
It's
true.
the song. It's the song.
As I recall, you did not enjoy being a dungeon master.
I did not that game. That's for sure.
Oh no, Christers, what have you done?
Right. What I was curious is if everyone else starts to return except
Oh, blue
one
potion!
person,
Look,
because this
it is a
the
mana
time-
potion.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome. Because this is the time we told everyone to be back by. So if they're not, I'm going to attempt to scry my friends. I can't scry Koto, but I can scry my friends.
Okay, who you scrying?
I'm on my way back, if not almost there, because I was just doing a loop.
Whichever one doesn't show up.
Apparently, I didn't give a shit about time, as Sid wouldn't, and I just went the full hour out.
He's like, I'm just going.
Apparently, he did.
I don't know what's going on. I'm just having a good time.
You wait,
Invited.
That makes sense.
and you see Morgaine starting to reconstitute in front of you.
That's
A-
the one.
Column of mist appears, and accents of red and keen elven ears start to form in front of you.
And it's so goddamn sexy.
Right then. We'll wait to see if Fulcrum and Sid make it back. If they don't come back soon, we will scry both of them.
Sid, you see Koto's hands go up. Round 2, Sid. On your turn, on my turn, they eyeball the tree. This one here backs off the tree and swims in the direction the original mist circle went. And the rest of these just stand guard. Koto.
Oh, I think I was looking at this map wrong. So that's actual water there.
Down at the bottom, yeah.
Well, no. I knew that. I didn't realize it was surrounding kind of that rock that Koto was on. So it's water on top of it too.
Do I see my weapons all the way back there on the ground?
Yeah, you can actually see that.
How far back are they?
I'll mark it for you.
Mark it
Is
on
that
my map.
giant creature the one I saw before?
Just settlement that
The
needs your
wreck
help
ship?
over here.
That's your hammer.
That's
Yes, Chris Durbs, of course I can.
And then what else did you have? Your rend you gave to. Hold on, you have the hook that went to Talua, right?
Yeah, I've got my my breaker, my bane. He has my rend. No, he has my herdsman. I have
Okay.
my rend, my bane, my scale breaker, my shield.
Okay. They were all dropped off at about the same spot. And it looks like they were just dropped haphazardly.
Okay. I'm gonna equally as haphazardly just turn around and start walking towards them.
Okay.
Hands still up in the air.
As you start moving in that direction, this one doubles back, and this one, and they point weapons at you.
I keep walking.
And they stab!
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
They stand there
Round Koto to be
unarmed man.
like,
Unarmed man, how sad.
Well, that's what they
The
like to
world
do.
has come
Take
to
off
this.
arms. Yeah.
Yeah.
the world has
Yeah.
come to... It's okay.
Technically,
I rolled my number. Relax.
Oh,
just for the record, you're not unarmed. They actually took my arm.
Mhm.
They didn't take your arm, they only took your hand.
Just
Stop
your
bitching.
hand. You still have the whole
Stop
arm.
bitching.
They're down.
God.
It's
Okay.
like an elven hand.
You have an extra keen elven hand, so
Redundant.
I got a complete miss, and I hit a 21.
which is just under what you needed to hit with a 22.
Ooh.
So I still just keep
Dang.
walking through. You just kind of boing boing.
You gotta push them. They are literally standing in your path. So
Did they
You have to
hold their
make-
action?
they held their action to move in front of you and then attack.
Well, then as soon as they move in front of me, I walk right around them. After they poke me with their pokey sticks, I'll walk right around their happy
Action
asses and keep
economy.
walking.
Damn that 5e movement rules.
speed is. You only got 15 feet of movement.
Well, that's roll 20 is a bitch, and it doesn't let you like. All right, let's see here. All right, then I'm here.
Okay.
Hands are still
Not
up.
even look.
I
Back
didn't fight
turn.
him.
Not
I
even
didn't
look at
resist them. They just poked me. I kind of did a little move, like a really slow running back, bouncing off of them. Okay.
Just a little.
Did you say, I just got to get through here a little bit?
Yep. Oh, excuse me there, friend.
Oh,
watch
on
out.
your left.
Oh,
Oh,
pardon me.
Sorry about that.
And behind you, you start hearing wet feet slapping the rock. And they're coming at you. Balrin, you see a second column of mist start to form with very emo eyes and a super cool tattoo.
Levi, could I potentially, because I was so close to Sid, make a perception check at disadvantage on my way back?
Yes! He's just saying that because he got that shield, so it's a wash.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
Yeah. Can I make it a double disadvantage?
But
Just to
I'm only.
be
It's okay though, because I'm only a +1.
Oh,
Oh, no.
That was Emaza right in front of you, Balrin.
And that
I wonder,
waited
do
too.
I have a
It did.
I didn't
It
see
was
the
dice
dice
roll
roll.
capture? I do have a dice roll capture. It's
I
not
didn't
good,
even
but-
see the die come up.
It didn't.
I didn't see it either. Oh, because I'm not on
That's
the
how
map.
bad it was. Like, we're not going to tell you.
Yeah, because I'm not actually
not
on the
gonna tell
map.
you.
That's why.
Congratulations.
Womp womp.
Okay. Sid, 3. There it is. There's
Tasty.
that one.
Hey,
There's
Oh,
the
it took some
sound.
time. Damn.
It really wanted to like drag it out so you would feel punished. It wanted you to know that
Yeah.
you're off. All right. I am now going to surround the Koto.
Koto's hands are still up, by the way.
Oh man.
Just where we want them. Damn.
God damn your 5e movement rules.
Hold on. Nobody can even see that. It's like freaking kaleidoscope of colors. What is even going on? What the hell?
What's even going on?
What's happening?
Hey, Levi.
Yeah.
Can I see that gigantic fucking thing in the bottom?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Whoa. Whoa.
If I do, is that
What are you
the thing
talking
I
about?
saw before?
Whoa.
All right. That
I
was
was
the
talking
first
about-
thing I saw on the map, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
It just came up for air, and then it went back down. It's a giant like beluga whale or something. It just came
I
up
don't know
for
what
some
you're
air.
talking about. Shut up. There's another man.
No.
All right, cool. That's fine.
Oh boy.
Holy shit!
They surround you, and the ones that stabbed you before try stabbing you again.
Hands are still up. You're gonna
And
make me a dragon Jesus here if you keep stabbing me with those sticks.
Dragon Jesus.
you wouldn't know that reference.
You strike me down, I'll become
My
strong.
character
You
does.
can imagine.
He's got high enough religion. You might know about religions from other planes.
There's no dragon Jesus.
Bullshit.
now.
There's a dragon called Koto. I'm growing my hair out.
Bullshit.
he gets like a thing that gives him hair. he like gets a magical item so he can have hair.
He's got Koto stigmata going on.
He bleeds lightning.
Bleeding out of my hands when I get mad, yeah.
Starts bleeding. That was my character last campaign. He
The
was
sad thing is, I don't think I actually hit you at all.
of course not.
Okay, a bunch of spears come in, clink, 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 and like stab into your armor. You're oddly pin-cushioned, but nothing has hurt you. And they're like, and one's like, you will stay.
Oh, now you want to talk. Sure.
Gotta get the
Hey.
Rosetta Stone out.
I'm Koto. I'm getting my stuff. Does he say anything back to me?
Sit, kneel.
I don't kneel for anyone. I'm getting my stuff.
And then you hear, and they all strike.
Well, no, not before I can move, because my ass is walking. If it's my round, they're already all tacked, so I keep walking.
Okay.
Yes, indeed, I'm talking about you and me. I'm picking
No, you don't get to
up
just
my
pass
shit
through
and
them.
stuff.
Move back there. Take your strength check at least, because you have to move them out of the way. You can't just move through them.
They're friendlies. You're
They're not friendly.
I haven't attacked them, so
He's
they're
having
friendly.
casual conversation. They're now considered friendlies.
They're friendlies. Like,
Just because you put your hands up doesn't make enemies friendly, and then movement rules
you
change.
haven't heard the
I'm
song.
doing that
Put your
from now on.
hands up.
Yeah,
We're
right.
in
my
combat.
song.
I'm like,
Hands up.
hey,
Dragons are
everybody.
in the air.
Just passing
Dragons are
through.
like, yeah. Just getting my stuff like,
You're trying to
yeah.
defend your rules lawyer horse shit with a Miley Cyrus song?
Well, I mean, I came in like a wrecking ball, so.
Oh my god.
No, it's okay. Kill him.
That's just
Everybody's like, we don't want him back.
We don't want Koto anymore. You can have him.
Feed him to the sea. Let's feed him to the Eldritch God.
All right, make a strength check.
Really just surprised that Koto just didn't fly away at this point. Apparently he can.
Oh, no, screw it. I don't even care. We're doing this.
Catastrophe.
Let's do
Oh,
it.
the puns.
Catastrophe. Amazing.
The puns.
What'd you say? All my skill checks are at like minus 70?
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Okay. So,
Oh, man.
it's
just
a
a
10
small
plus
28.
4, so it's a 14 would be the lower one.
Okay.
They have disadvantage too because I'm frightening.
Yes. Yeah. And it was good.
What do you mean you're frightening?
Paladin aura.
That's frightening.
Oh, that's actually a thing.
That's
Is it actually a thing?
I have a menacing aura.
Paladins have auras like dragons. Yeah. Some, well, depending on the subclass.
Better pick that. Fucking Koto. Alright, hold on. We're gonna have 8 guys around him, and they're not gonna be able to hurt him.
I mean, they're all flanking. You get advantage on all that.
It's because he ninja tricked.
It's really gonna suck is when I like thunderclap. Oh, that's Thundercat. Sorry, wrong game.
Ho!
No, that's the right game. Bowron did it for like 8 levels.
Yeah.
All right. Pink, unmarked, no, pink, orange, and blue managed to hold you in place as you knock
Are they grappling me?
these ones aside.
Okay.
But you just can't pass their strength check to get past them. So
Well, I'm not
you're
going
having
down.
to,
I'm just going. Yeah.
you're just sort of held in place. They shove their weapons in your way and hold, and the rest are gearing up to hurt you. Balrin, you now have a Fulcrum and a Morgaine materializing in front of you. They're not entirely here yet. You do not have it, Sid.
No Sid?
What a jerk.
We'll give him one more round.
Sid!
6 seconds, huh? It's a long leeway.
We'll give him an extra 6 seconds.
I continue my
But I'm going to start getting worried after that.
16th second of coming out of this form.
They hold you, and they're now going to stabby stab because you're not going to stop. But you are menacing.
Yeah.
Does that affect attack rolls as well? Because they're afraid.
No, they just don't have any movement. I don't think. What is frightened?
Frightened does
Frightened is
have
we
a,
cannot move towards you.
Right.
it does have an effect on attack rolls if the thing you're
Yeah,
afraid
it
of is in your line of sight. Actually,
Yeah,
I think it might be.
Paladin Aura doesn't just automatically make them frightened. You have to use your
Yeah, my
There's a
thing
roll.
just
There's a
reduces their
roll.
speed.
aura spell.
Right. It's
So it doesn't create the frightened condition, just reduces speed.
Well, if a thing is frightened, it has 0 speed.
yeah,
is
aura
what
of conquest.
makes those.
A menacing aura while you're not incapacitated or extends 10 feet. Creature frightened. If a creature is frightened of you. Yeah.
If a creature's frightened of you. Okay. So I'm going to stabby stab.
Just survive.
Nat 20.
Yeah, just stepping out like out of a bush.
Come on. I'm rolling some dice.
Son of a bee.
By the power of Levi's dice, Koto will survive.
He usually does, so I wouldn't
Oh,
worry.
he rolled
too
a nat
much.
20 already, so.
Well,
Yeah, but when I roll a nat 20, it's like 4 damage.
Unless it's
As it should be.
As it should be.
As it should be.
I don't think you can get more flanked. So
I mean, there's one little spot at the top there that there is another.
that's true.
Where, yeah,
So what you're saying is there's a chance.
There's a chance.
a lot of them.
You know,
All right, so I got to hit a 22. Let's see.
I'm just waiting for it to show those neon lights
Miss, hit, miss, hit, miss. Nat 20. 5 of 8 strikes hit, one of which is a crit.
Dang.
How many times are they attacking around? Is it just the one time?
One.
Or is it- Okay.
Just one.
Just seeing what I need to do here later.
There's just that many of them.
Yeah, I was just seeing if they were taking multi attacks because this other ability would be real useful in that situation. But it's not going to come up.
Okay. 2. That's a D10. That's not what I need. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I do. Okay. Wow. It's bullshit. All right. The nasty one is going to be 16 damage. And then a 12. And then 3 5s minimum damage. 3 of the dice damage were 1s. 3 of them. My karma is strong today. It is a stab party of Koto. And then they all start repeating the same throaty noise as if it's like a scream of the same word, but you don't understand it. Koto, you getting stabbed. Your turn.
So I don't have any spells, but do I still have my class abilities?
Yeah. They're not exhausted.
Conquering Presence.
Conquering presence.
Channel Divinity. To exude a terrifying presence. As an action, I force each creature that I can see within 30 feet of you to make a wisdom save. On a failed save, they become frightened of you for a minute.
What's my DC?
18.
Power of the bush.
Nice.
18.
That ought to do. Got 18.
That'll do.
With the way
Actually-
I've been rolling, he could be just like fine.
Also, now that we're level 13, yeah, Thunderclap would do 3d6.
Yeah. I don't have Thunderclap.
Oh.
Paladins aren't cool like
If
that.
only.
That's
Oh,
a
that's
true
right. No cantrips. No cantrips.
Yeah.
Right.
Thunder,
Yeah.
thunder, thunder wave. Oh.
Okay. Okay. What do we use for that?
Oh man, not good.
It's not good. That's true.
It's gonna be fine, guys. It's gonna be fine.
It is. It's fine. We'll be all right.
It's fine.
It's my birthday, guys. I have immunity.
It is not your birthday.
Come on.
Chat,
Very
this is my
happy on birthday.
Please.
It's actually getting a lot closer to my birthday when all the bad guys get immunity. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we just call a game off that night. It's just roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
That's a very heavy role play night.
No, we gotta
You
make
don't
sure we
have
think that up.
Very heavy.
Yeah,
roll.
right.
Yeah. Levi doesn't get to play on his birthday. That's our gift to him. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
More likely, we should sync that one up with the zombie game.
Oh,
Koto, you reach down with a prayer and pull within you all the anger harbored over the injustices you've had to deal with since the day you learned how to harness your faith. As it pours out in a guttural roar, you see 5 of their faces, the eyes dilate immediately, and then their hands start to shake a little bit.
Okay.
Power.
No, hold on. That's not my full thing. Now I walk
I don't know.
forward to grab my shit.
Okay,
Because their movement is 0. They can't do anything.
I understand. So you go yellow, pink, and blue. Take attacks of opportunity.
They have the feet? Because that's
It's not
like
a feat.
bullshit thing now. Like, nobody gets attacks of opportunity in 5e.
No, they
This guy,
You definitely do.
definitely opportunity
you
attack.
I
didn't
haven't
take
got
the
an attack
action.
of opportunity the entire game. Like, in
You
2
did
years.
not disengage when you left combat, which is what you have to do to not get attacked.
What a
And you
loser.
can disengage. You want to disengage?
I use his
No,
action.
I can't disengage. Yeah,
Okay.
I just walk.
And
Stab Dragon Jesus, I dare you.
I missed anyway.
Stab
Wait. I have advantage on 2 of those. Hold on. One guy didn't get advantage because he lost his flank. Oh, yay. Okay, so
He's frightened though. He doesn't get advantage, does he?
None of those are frightened. If they stab me, they're not frightened.
Blue actually got a nat 20 on his advantage, but he's the only one that struck. So it takes a nat 20 to actually hit Koto these days.
That's ridiculous.
I did a whopping 12 piercing damage, Koto. And it's now Balrin's turn. Balrin, Sid is yet to arrive.
Did I get to pick up my stuff?
Not yet. That's an action, man.
Oh, yeah, of course it's another action.
So salty. So
He is.
salty.
He's the saltiest.
Well, it is reasonable to believe that if Sid did not return on time with the others, that it's potentially because he found Koto or because he's dead.
I like that it's like
Yep.
succeeded.
He didn't miss the time by 6 seconds. It's already over.
Something ate him out there. He's
Not
dead.
only that,
Stab Dragon Jesus.
but I don't
How dare
see
you.
with my keen elven eyes anywhere a third
You
cloud
don't.
returning.
You do not
So-
see with your keen elven eyes anywhere a moving
And
cloud.
because it's a
coming at
nice day, I can see the cloud coming from a long way.
you. Because your eyes are so keen and elven.
Yeah. So we'll scry.
Keen and Elvin.
Getting some good quotes tonight.
Stab Dragon Jesus, I dare you.
So scrying's 10
I
minutes.
mean, if Sid don't want to be found, he can attempt the wisdom save.
No, I won't be found.
It's going to be 10 minutes for that
10 minutes.
scry goes off, though, Balrin.
What?
Scrying
Oh,
is
yeah,
a 10-minute
that's taking
cast.
a while, doesn't it?
Yes.
Well, that was well a real attempt to find him.
That'll cut off about 50 minutes of your flight, though.
Well, I can get there instantly once I find where we're looking.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, that's true.
Because I can
Balrin
teleport
sits
us there. So that's not a
Balrin
problem.
sits down and starts going into focus, pulling out his booze cup and staring into it as he sloshes it around,
That's legit.
scrying into booze.
That'll be the fastest way to get there, for sure.
Sid!
All right, I know that while I'm reverting, I am unable to take normal actions or move. But what about Sid's weird ability that he's been doing recently? Occasionally giving a little something to somebody special.
Little something, something.
But
Can Sid
But
channel
But-
his inner dude and help Koto out?
channel is introduced.
If you want to
carries
channel
that dude.
your, if you want to channel your inner dude right now, you can.
Like that intelligence check.
Intelligence check, go for it.
That thing? Is that going to stop me from coming out of cloud form?
No.
Then we'll do it. Well, okay.
well,
Okay,
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
you focus on
About
Koto. Hold on, I gotta find my book.
Come on.
Where's my book? Oh, I left my book upstairs.
Shitty dice roll.
Shitty dice.
Every time I roll that thing, it's like, nope.
Okay. Koto. Okay. Sid, you focus and you feel a familiar twinge. Almost like for a moment, you can sort of push
feels
on the
like
world
sus.
around you ever so slightly. Just like a quick twitch on the world. Almost like the world is a string and you can just barely tap it. You don't know what happens. My turn. I need to get the hell away from a Koto.
No, they can't move.
No, they can't. Their movement is 0. You can't move.
Oh, right. I can't move at all. My bad.
They cower in fear.
They can still attack, but it's just a disadvantage.
This one attacks with disadvantage because you're scary. Nat 1. Of course.
Impressive.
Oh, by the way, you just took 7 psychic damage. Everybody that's frightened of me right now did.
All the scaredies did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool shit.
Oh, nice. It's like a feedback loop.
This was totally one of my character ideas back in my first guy I was going to do after Skeezer, but Koto rocked it out. Good
Cool.
shit.
You see their heads shake and they're clutching the sides of their head. A couple of them start getting a blood trickle out their nose. And then pink, blue, and yellow lock eyes with one another, move into position around you as you're reaching for your weapons, and stab party again, 2 with advantage. That is not enough to hit you. And all of them miss you. Whew. Koto, you're up.
I grab my stuff.
Okay. You can grab a weapon and a shield as like a bonus action.
I sit down. I look at him. I slap my hand on my chest. Lay on hands. Then I just look at him.
Ballerin.
Well, as my friends continue to rematerialize, I continue to gaze into my bowl of rum.
Bowl of rum. Bowl of rum.
Good.
Round 6. Unless I can try that thing again.
You can try that thing again. Hold that thought.
Haven't noticed any negative thing happen from this in the
Nope.
past, so might as well keep trying.
Okay.
Until something disastrous occurs.
Okay.
You son of a bitch, die. It rolled off the 20 when it hit the side of the map.
Rolled
Rolled
off
off
a
the table.
20.
His digital dice rolled off the table.
Just shake it. Shake it.
Somebody shake roll 20. Shake roll 20 for Pan.
Somebody bang the desk real quick. Yeah, make it
Yep.
bounce again.
Yep. Classic.
You reach out for the same. It's not quite there. You feel again, and it solidifies ever so slightly between your fingers, and you tap it. You've now sent something twice to Koto. Koto. Oh, I didn't go. Duh. Hold on. Skip me.
Well, I'm passive, man. Gotta stop
Hey.
stabbing a guy that's just
I'm back.
standing there
They're
with his
all
hands
they're
up.
friendlies right now, man.
Still
They're
stabbing
friendlies.
Dragon Jesus, you assholes.
The 3 have their weapons.
You must submit. You must go to the stone.
Yes, Chris Derps.
Is that their turn?
Yep.
Okay, the other guys take 7 more psychic damage.
They start
Yeah.
clutching their heads, and they start. The ones that aren't hurt start looking back at their friends.
It's because
Infernicus.
It's because none of us are there, Rio Bravo. I'm working on trying to get us there, but there's steps.
We bargained pretty hard, but the dice weren't in our favor.
I'll move this back just so I can see him better. So I can tick off those hit points that you like to tick off so much.
Oh.
Koto,
Oh God, tax return, man.
you sit and let them hurt.
Are they going to continue to stab?
They're looking like they're ready to. They're like,
Free them. Let them go.
I don't think you're in a position to negotiate.
We serve the beast. We don't negotiate.
The only beast I know is some asshole on a ship, probably on his way to find me. His name's Balrin. And he'll probably murder whatever beast you have.
Stab again.
It's my turn. It's not his turn. I'm playing.
Well, go. Okay.
Well, go.
I'm fired up. I'm
Okay.
ready to stab.
All right.
Stall for me.
Stabby,
Sauron looks at Booze. Sid, tick one off. Me, stab time.
Okay. All right.
Nat 20.
We're trying, Rio Bravo. We're trying.
Nat 20.
Oh no.
Not the same guy, so I didn't auto kill Koto. On this turn, fate works out for them, and all 3 strike 2 with crits. The 2 that are flanking both crit.
Ain't that the way?
The one that did not
Justin
crit
Oh,
does.
Western Chaos.
Oh my god! What's the chaos? Hi.
Thank you,
I'm trying to
Western
kill our
Chaos.
dragon paladin. You came in
Nice
just in
trying.
time.
What's
Dragon
up,
Jesus
Raiders?
is on his way down.
Dragon
The
Jesus.
situation is, our man here, the Dragonborn Paladin Koto, has been in some kind of weird trance and wandered away from the party. Super exhausted. We had to go
3 days
find him.
away.
And
Killing an unarmed dragon. Like, hands up. Nothing. Doesn't matter. DM wants to murder him. He didn't like him.
It's personal from the DM, of course.
It is.
We spread
10
out.
points from the one that did not crit, and of the ones that did crit, 12 piercing, and of the other one that did crit, 14 piercing.
One of us found him. The rest of us are all just meeting up again, being like, "Hey, didn't come back to the rendezvous."
Paladin is still trying to come out of mist form, and it's halfway there.
It's just taking a little while.
That windwalk issue, you know.
As they're stabbing you, the one that was talking is pink here.
Ooh, okay.
You want to go to the stone, live or dead?
So Levi, when you skipped my turn, I did roll that intelligence check and got a 17.
Got a 17, he says.
Mm-hmm. Come on, baby, do
Oh,
something.
look at that
Says.
17, he says.
Do it.
He says.
Oh, no. No.
Oh, we're halfway.
Uh-oh.
Oh, sits in a chair.
He's in a chair. What?
It's in a bush, man. It's
Sitting in a chair.
I think anytime Sid rematerializes from any other form, he should just appear in a chair.
In a chair, yeah.
Just stand up for no reason.
Yes, absolutely.
He always has a chair.
Always has a chair.
Yeah.
That's the best way to prestidigitate right there.
Oh, it's like
Always
the guy
has a
with the
chair.
gift with the lawn chair that he just like slings out and just sits
That's
down.
right. That's exactly right. Just at all times. The chair.
Okay. I've stabbed Koto. You're up. You've been stabbed.
All right.
got the DM on the ropes.
My pacifist isn't working very well, apparently. Oh, by the way, those guys took 7 more damage.
I'm doing
There's
it.
a fist through his face.
Yeah.
Koto could just take a nap and they just keep taking psychic damage every round while he lays
So-
there and sleeps.
Do I still have my breath weapon?
You do.
Hmm.
Sid comes out in this.
Screw it. So, I'm gonna roar again and do my dragon fear
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
because now they're starting to piss me off with their pokey sticks.
Now they've taken me down to half health twice. Now I'm fine.
Assholes. I'm trying to be nice and not murder you all.
This is not the Koto I know.
All right.
So
What is my
DC
save?
is a 10 plus proficiency bonus is 5 plus my charisma mod, which is 5. It is also 18.
One passes, one fails, and one nat ones.
Oh, he just died from the spot.
Make it that pink
Yellow
fucker.
here. It's yellow, sorry. I rolled an order.
Sure it
Just pull
is.
fingers, you know.
Yeah,
This one,
goes out to the one I love.
they cannot move, right?
Correct. They are stuck.
This one immediately takes psychic damage and it doubles. It grabs its brain, it takes a knee, and then blood pours out of its eye. This one is also
not bad.
scared.
I guess when Dragon
Pink
gets his
looks enraged and afraid simultaneously. Its face is darting around to its entire school, and it's looking at you. And it's looking panicky, like it's in a corner. Is there anything else you want to do, Koto?
Can you take a 5-foot step in 5e without doing an attack of opportunity, or is that a...
You have to take the disengage action.
So the way it works is you can move around a villain all day, but the moment you walk away from them, if you don't disengage, they get to hit you.
Okay. Am I in range of picking up my other item?
Yeah, sure.
I casually just start gathering my things then.
Okay.
It's the weirdest scene. Just
Whoa, it
Yeah.
disappeared. Okay.
Don't do it, Dragon Man. Don't do it.
He's just like, man, I do whatever I want. It's fine.
Hey, Dragon Jesus has his hands up. Like,
That's
I
right.
don't want
They're
any trouble.
friendlies now.
You're pissing me
They're
off, but I don't want any trouble. I'm a friendly guy.
I'm so nice.
I'm new
What
in
was
town.
your
Okay.
What was your niche? You were right after me?
My initial? Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Bowern, you're up. You look at Booze. Sid.
Looking at booze.
all right. I guess I'll take another turn unless I can keep doing that thing, and I'll try it. Getting that 20 eventually.
What are you gonna get?
How many turns away are you at this point? 8? Is that what it
Yeah.
is?
I'm on round 8, so I got 2 more to go.
Thing is,
They're gonna die from fear by then.
I hope so.
not sure what
Hey.
you're doing, but I'm hoping a nat one doesn't write you out.
Are
of
you
reality.
trying to send all this to Koto each time?
Oh yeah, yeah. I am
You've now
trying to
sent 4 of them to Koto?
give him something good. I am hopeful that I can bring him out of this situation. We'll see what
Okay.
happens. Make him safe.
All right.
Give him the power he needs.
Let's see.
In the power.
It is now my turn again. And Pink is going to disengage and move away.
Murder him.
He disengaged, man.
Yeah, I know.
He takes off into the water.
Going to get more.
It's amazing.
Guys,
Mhm.
we're gonna need more of you. Let's go.
And the rest of them have to sit here and take damage. So
Yeah, they do.
Do they get to save?
Nope.
Damn, that's brutal. Oh my
Well,
god.
or they can end whatever's frightening him.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Can they save against
Yeah.
the fright?
They're frightened for 1 minute.
Jesus. So
Wow,
we're
no
locked
save.
here for a minute.
Hey, that's all right.
Let
Sid's
me-
got to wait a
Holy
minute to come
shit.
out of mist for
Let me
him,
pull up
so-
the spell. I
Come
didn't-
on, baby! Come on!
It's probably
It's a
disadvantage,
stun lock,
like
damage
wisdom
over
save
time.
or something. Yeah, it's probably like a ridiculously hard save anyway.
Yeah. It's his
It's the
18.
It's the 18.
Yeah.
Which-
So hold
which
on.
is pretty
I'll
brutal.
roll a whole
disadvantage.
bevy of saves for him. Let's see. That's a fail. And fail. They all fail. Because there's my dice.
Take 7 more. Well, on your turn, I guess.
Howard
Terrifying.
looks at Booze. Sid.
Just standing there non-violently as a bunch of fish people's heads start to explode around him.
You know what? We're just going to play this out instead of rolling it. Sid, as you materialize, you see these Ikacs holding their heads as blood is pouring out of their eyes, nose, and mouths on their knees as they're shaking, and then they just fall over dying as Koto's casually cleaning up his weaponry.
All right. So that happens before I come out of the mist, is what you're saying? on the next round?
Oh, it's next round?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a
Oh,
big
yeah,
guy.
It's way
You
cooler
something like
story that way.
narrating.
It's way cooler story that way. Come on.
Wait,
Nah, he's been waiting.
Nothing for 10 rounds.
I'm
I mean,
sorry.
I queued up the Sid music.
I'm
Come
sorry,
on, let him do
Sid.
something.
All right, Sid. You're here.
Well, I come out of the bush and I say, Mr. Koto, looks like you can use some better company. And then I'm going to use my 3rd level spell, the old Spirit Guardians, and summon a bunch of Sids.
Spirit Gardens.
Spirit Gardens.
How many? Yeah. Okay, so a cloud of tiny, various colored suit Sids, all very chill colors, nothing gaudy. One's in pinstripes.
It's very classy,
Yeah.
tasteful.
And then they're all flying around. It's like, hello, Koto. What are you doing here? Looks like fun. And I was like, is that some sort of party? I didn't those fresh fish. They're just zipping around.
So, I'll move up to, like, in that range, I guess.
Who
And
ordered the sushi?
I'll
Oh,
throw my
I did.
with it over on the right side. Like over here somewhere. Nice. And he won't have an aura, so let's see if I can turn that off without getting you either one. There. Nope, that didn't work.
You reduced it.
There you go.
Nice. There we go. Yep. Okay. How did that come back?
I'm changing his tint, so I'm sure it's me messing with things as well.
Gotcha. There we go.
Then he disappeared. And then he reappeared. And then he disappeared.
Shorting out, just flickering. In.
There we go.
There he goes. Bye.
All right,
So it's
Sid, how much damage do they all take on their turn?
well, they make wisdom checks, I believe. Yeah, wisdom saves, DC 16, and they take 3d8 or half.
2, 3, 4, 5. All those fail.
Nice.
Nice.
Woo!
Jeebus.
That was a good roll.
Which goes
That
out.
was a good roll.
Goddamn.
This one, a number of Sids casually pour their drinks on him as they fly past him.
You look like you could use a shot. Oh, God can't handle his liquor.
As the shots melt him slowly like a xenomorph's acid.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, the Sid Spirit Guardians are made out of alcohol. They're spirits.
This group has a problem.
Yeah, we're all drunk all the
The
time.
spirits are Jim Beam, Jack Daniel.
They got Fulcrum underage drinking way early on. It's like game
A
two.
bunch of Sid spirits coalesce around this one and set fire to it and then use that fire to light their cigars.
Well, that's nice of him.
They get
This one right here gets run through as they all start doing fancy swordplay with each other, and they manage to get him exactly in between them a couple times.
Oh, so sorry. Oh, please step aside. This is a gentleman's game.
I just imagine all of his extra versions of himself are just like Southern gentlemen in seersucker suits, like with a little sifter. Like
This one, blue next to Koto, who is holding head, screaming, staring at Koto, gets a bunch of Sids up in his ear, and one goes like,
Are your feet tired? Because you've been running through my mind all day.
Do you know what I
explodes.
think of in these scenes is the Council of Wells from The Flash. See the
Yes.
Council of Wells,
Yeah.
where they're all just hanging around talking. It's all just different Wellses from different realities. I feel like that's it. Like,
all right, all these die in Sid's Cloudo Sids. And on this one, these start clutching their heads, screaming and dying from Koto, and Ikak's death occurs all around you all at once. And as these fall to their knees and cough up what remains of their insides.
Oh. That's convenient.
And we are out of our combat.
Whew.
Wow. Right. Seems like you had them on the ropes.
Hmm. Yeah, well, I tried to bargain with them, but they wouldn't listen.
Nah, their type are not the kind for bargaining. One got away.
Yeah.
Do you know where you are? Why did you leave?
It's a good question. Hey, thank you for the bits, Rio Bravo.
Hey, thanks for the
much
bits,
for
Rio
appreciate
Bravo.
it.
Thank you so much.
Higher than the Mars rover.
Higher than the Mars rover.
Oh,
Wow.
Man.
So, as you guys are taking in, you guys see off in the distance
Hmm?
a ripple in the water and a fin break.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
This
shit.
thing
Oh, Dragon Jesus.
swims
Oh, yeah.
past.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Hold on, there you go, Chad.
Mega Gagato. That thing's
Oh,
definitely
I'm gonna go back.
casting Mega
Damn, he's
Gagato.
fast.
Flew
That
away.
was
Here,
fast.
I'll do it again. Ready?
Hold on.
This is
Damn
this
it,
is Final
move,
Fantasy
man.
X
Is
Sid
it going?
stuff, man.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
moving
Or
him.
Sin stuff.
No, you're
I was
not.
saying.
He's just chilling out.
There you
There he
go.
goes.
Oh,
Look how fast that
All
thing
right.
went.
is it like choppy or something like that? What's going on? I'm moving him.
Now
He's on the token layer.
He's back. Now he's
Now
going
he's back
back.
where he was.
He's gonna swim again. He likes doing laps.
He's just doing laps.
I mean, it's like a whirlpool.
He's just preemptively circling the
damn it,
dragon
this
for when he has
map.
to kill him.
It's just that fast.
What?
Yes.
Oh, I hate
The
this
thing that
map.
sank my boat.
You
That's it.
see
I
that
give up.
really big fin break the water, and then it ripples, goes down, and you see it loop back again, and then take off into the water.
Hmm.
It's like he scared it off. That's fantastic.
You see a couple Ikacs out in the water that never engaged follow in its wake.
Oh, well.
The guys back in the base are never gonna believe what we saw.
Oh, yeah.
But speaking of which, the guys should have been back. Stayed out a little extra long. Glad I did. We're about 70 miles away, my friend.
Hmm.
Got a long hike.
Yeah.
Where's Keurig? It looked like you flew away on him or something.
I have no idea. I haven't seen Keurig in days. No, since I left the ship.
What's the last thing you remember?
The cauldron. I remember the cauldron.
On the island or on the ship?
It was on the ship. Night Crimson.
So you don't recall you and Balrin dipping back to the colony?
No, I touched the
quite
cauldron
consistent.
and woke up on that rock right there.
I
Bunch
see.
of uglies poking me with sticks.
That's what I was afraid of. You were quite intent on getting the entirety of your culture to fill that bowl.
It's a good idea.
Well, you made some friends along the way, it looks like. Less friendly now, but what do they want?
Who's
Besides
they?
to stab you. Puddle here and that one there.
I don't know what they want. I just got here.
All right. Well, any attachment to the location, or should we find a better party?
No, I just woke up here. I have no idea. I touched a cauldron. Looking out on the ocean. That's what I remember.
Well, you look a little worse for wears.
I'm a little tired. Yeah.
Take a moment if you need. Get your breath.
May need more than a moment.
I'll keep watch. Take as much time as you need.
How long do you guys want to wait?
I'll go back over here by this lovely red Carl tree.
Carl.
And
all this color is vegetation. It really is all these different colors growing in here.
Nice.
I just prop
And,
myself up against the tree and kind of start wiping down my gear because I'm sure it wasn't well kept. And relax, rest a little bit.
While he's taking a short rest, I assume, I will utilize the Song of Rest. That will help you out with your hit dice recovery.
A number of times while you're trying to just clean your gear and do things, you stumble, drop something twice, and manage to, while sharpening your rend, cut a gouge into it with your whetstone that you'll have to wear back down because you managed to nick it. You are here, and about 30 minutes later, you very faintly hear,
Who's that?
Out of curiosity, 30 minutes later, would that have been enough time for us to scry the location and teleport there?
yes.
Nailed it.
Get the group back together.
Assuming I
Get the
can
band
find
back
it.
together, guys.
Guys, we're putting the band back together.
You guys are at the top of the map, so just move yourselves to whichever tree you want. Each of these is a trunk big enough to open into a teleport space.
Well,
Your
we'll
call,
use one
Ball.
of the Carls,
I like this one.
and we'll just come right on out of that Carl right here where Bauer is.
Yeah,
Carl.
Use the red Carl.
Use the red Carl. They're the best Carls.
As the tree spirals into a hoop-like shape.
Hey, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated,
Thanks
Chad
for the
Hunter.
follow.
Yeah,
Shout out.
Hunter 86.
Very much appreciated.
86. That
86.
gentleman is likely our generation, people.
That's pretty close
yeah.
to it.
That's my little brother's
Hey,
age.
thank you
Oh,
for the
John-
follow,
hey,
John
John
Smith.
John Smith.
Oh,
Nice,
man.
thank you.
Smith.
Thank you.
Nice
1,000.
people. Welcome to
Such
the
nice
party,
people.
pal.
Thank you guys. And Danger Man.
And Danger Man
64.
Danger Man.
Thank you.
It is a
so
follow
much.
train.
I love it.
Guys. Love it.
Thanks.
Danger Man 64, distant cousin of Power Man 5000. Okay.
It's a couple generations
Beautiful.
prior. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Nice.
as it opens up, you guys see the rest of the party walk out. You guys see Koto resting against the tree. He looks grizzled and annoyed and exhausted simultaneously. Very much like angry retiree energy coming out of Koto right now.
Glad you all can make it. You should have seen it. Koto just
And in the distance, Koto, you hear the very, very familiar for you, Koto. And it's far off, but it's Kurik calling.
Hmm. I get up.
Koto, you're okay. Hug.
Yeah.
What happened?
I don't know.
You
I got up. Hey, thank you
Thank
for the
you,
follow.
Initiative League.
Thank you.
Initiative League.
Initiative
Thank you
League.
so much.
much appreciated.
I gotta get that damn Drake. Just a second.
Yeah,
Sure.
I gotta get that.
Does your Drake fly now?
Yeah, does he fly?
I don't know if he flew. Where the hell? Why isn't he here? Lazy
Oh, good
bastard.
question.
I start walking to where he's calling. Actually, I'm talking to him because I forgot I have him into link. The hell are you doing?
Getting food. You say get food.
Big
I
tiger
did.
man's here.
Yes.
Oh, so you're fine.
Work hard, get food. All the food I carry.
All right, then I'll sit back down. You bring food. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Okay. Yes,
All right.
Big Koto.
Yeah. I sit back down. Never mind. Lazy bastard's on his way back.
He doesn't call you Big Koto. Sorry, he calls you Great Dragon.
He's getting food,
Does he call him
apparently.
Dragon Jesus?
You guys see,
I like it when you call me Big Koto.
you guys see Kurik land with a 15-foot wingspan.
Oh, he does fly now.
I guess he has wings.
That's awesome.
Drink-
He
drank the Red
lays
Bull.
down a quadruped with thin legs that has a mane down the back and also on the sides with two sets of oversized ears like a rabbit's, but its head is like a squashed in deer's, and it's got three tails that whip separately, and it's dappled with blue dots. So it's a strange looking type of deer-like prey, slightly smaller than deer, and it drops it off at your feet. And you guys look, Kurik looks exhausted. And he looks a little sunken in. He's like,
You did a good job looking after your dad.
Dad,
Well, owner?
Great Dragon, is this enough?
that's good. It's
I
good.
can.
Rest.
It's good. It's good.
It's good.
What is going on here exactly?
and you can see he hits the dirt and he is out. Breathing heavy.
Well,
How long have I been out?
depends.
I mean, 3 days since we saw you here on the island.
I touched the cauldron. How long has it been since I touched the cauldron?
Uh,
At least another
4 or 5 days? Maybe?
4 or 5 days.
Longer than you've been missing. By at least a day or two.
That was before we came back to talk to your people, wasn't it?
It was.
Guys, Koto looks like he's pulled a couple all-nighters.
You came here to get a bunch of your people to come back to the ship. We brought them back, and then you weren't there. And we came back to the village.
Fish. Leroy! Y'all should fight that big fish.
munches this instantly.
Someone in the village
Mega
left you
Gagato.
a necklace to hide from divination magic, and you got on Koto and flew here. What happened here? There's
I tried to be nice to these fish things that showed up on that rock I was standing on. Kept poking me with their sticks. So,
I think the last time I
Yeah.
encountered one of them, they cut off my arm.
they
Wait a
tried.
second. What are those things called?
Sea Uglies.
Exact, yes. Or sea uglies.
Fulcrum pulls out his journal and starts flipping through it.
Ikax?
That's right, yes. I mean, that's the proper term, but most people don't call them that. Sea uglies seems fitting.
He pulls out the riddle paper he's been working on the last few days and puts it up against his book and finishes a few scratches.
All
That's
I
one of the-
know is I tried to be polite, had my hands in the air. He kept trying to stab me. Told me to stand on a rock because I think I was food. What you think, Sid?
I don't know, I couldn't quite tell. But I was simply enamored by watching you just kill them by them attacking you. It was fantastic.
Guys, I think these
Sorry
things
about that.
worship the Widow Bride.
The Widow Bride.
Oh, fantastic.
Maybe they always stabbed Koto because he's
Exactly.
paying party in the USA.
Peg's wife,
True
who
story. I was fine until I sang that. DM Wrath came.
Also,
Crits galore.
I guess my dice also don't like Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Honed in
Wait,
on that.
so that's the
Pegs.
that's that white lady that came after Balrin held Peg's head, right?
Yeah, who's I guess was the way that he got to and from the Everstorm, in and out of it. I guess.
So those things serve her.
Well, I think so. She's the daughter of the woman who gave me Stitch.
Right.
I have
Wait, what?
yeah.
So
She
you're devil that you
I don't-
like.
I don't know if she's a devil. She's something.
She's basically a devil, right? I mean, evil crazy lady who lives in an old house in a swamp.
I mean, that's all accurate. Yeah.
Right. Right.
Sounds
She has
kinda
a
like a
daughter
hack.
who's also. So we have
Well-
to fight your god's daughter.
Well, here's what I translated. It took me a little bit, but my thread failed. He is weak. Fulcrum, my needle, will succeed. I have a new thread. She saved herself because you did not. Your failure made her strong, not so different from your father. He is clever, but you have grown intricate in spite of him. My thread now sails with the red in his mask. He hunts you. You both must find my daughter, my angry little girl. My angry little girl will soon test her congregation and take her next step to motherhood. She will kill me, eat these gods, and take their children. Water will fall first. She courts many loves. She dances with the twin beasts, Grim the Red and the Dreamer. They all play a game. Each thinks they can win. Whoever wins may become a god. My daughter wears a false skin amidst the waves, and a false name. The Icaks call her mother. That's everything.
Pretty sure there's
That's,
something I figured out as a player that my character doesn't know, but I can't remember for sure.
There's a pretty big.
I'll just pretend like I don't know.
So she's in line with the dreamer, huh?
Well, it sounds like all three of them are trying to
They're all together.
become a god, and they're together, but they're all trying to win. They're expecting the others to lose, so they're not really allies. Each of them wants to become the god, or that I don't know how. Though I will say, when I was trying to find you, Koto, that the Icaks, they're killing all the Wavin out in the sea. It's almost like the whole sea is receding in on itself. The seawater's so low, I can see the coral, and they're spiking up Wavin all over.
Wow.
Hmm.
Well, battles everywhere then.
Couldn't have happened to nicer people.
Here, here. I can agree with that.
They are Tulua's people. We gotta tell him.
Coral.
Tolu's not one of them anymore. He's an elf now.
I'll be right
Brutal. So brutal.
Hey,
Time
anybody?
to come to
Can I
terms with
start a
that.
fire real quick? I mean, I'll start one if I have to, but
I got a
damn it, I'm
cantrip.
tired.
Produce flame.
I start
I use
cooking this three-headed
prestidigitation
deer,
and create a
four-tailed,
fake thing.
two-ear thing, polka dots with purple stripes thing. Start,
Got those details down.
yeah.
You guys get a
Morgaine.
campfire going.
Plays the
And-
song of hope as we wait.
Morgaine, make a charisma save.
Save?
Save.
It's better than a check.
Yeah, I guess it is, isn't it? Well, in my case, it's not any better. 10 total.
No.
Super good. Super good.
If you make a save, you get a +4 bonus because you're sitting next to my happy ass.
14 total.
I give you a little thumbs up.
I'm like,
Start playing the Song of Hope.
It's all
The
right.
Song of Hope pours out. Everybody feels a little bit better.
Just a little
As
bit,
you're
though.
sitting there, you feel a twist in your gut, like a cramp. And then the pain seems to flow along your spine to the base of your skull and a migraine. You end up taking 3 points of psychic damage, Morgan.
All right.
Oh shit.
All right. No obvious origin, just like all internal. Not
Yeah, it's
feeling
all
good.
you. It all feels internal. And it is. I'm not going to narrate how you feel.
I feel bad because I have a migraine and I want to throw up a little bit. The Hong of Hope is definitely not Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, it's Jack and Diane. Sucking on the chili dough. Tired to freeze to freeze.
Sucking on the chili dog. Oh my god.
Oh, God.
All right,
By
we
John
take it
Cougar.
down. Johnny Cougar.
Johnny-
Not John
You
Cougar.
mean John
Mellencamp.
Mellencamp?
He was Johnny Cougar at the beginning, and then he
Oh.
became Johnny Cougar Mellencamp, and then he was just John Cougar Mellencamp, and then I think he was just John Mellencamp. But he's
No,
awesome.
Or is it
Just
like Chris
No, it's
Gaines?
just called the Coog.
It was like Chris. It just called him the Coog.
The Coog.
He was like, no, he was always himself, just with different names.
Yeah.
Chris Gaines was an entirely different person.
Yeah, that's a totally different person.
Not the same
Totally
guy.
di-
Not even remotely close to the same person.
with completely different amounts of popularity in their own fields.
Chris Gaines.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
It's 12 o'clock. Should we take a quick AFK break?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Probably
Yeah,
should.
I was about to
For
narrate that down.
hydration. Yeah.
Hydration.
So our group sits around a campfire for the first time in a long time.
With a migraine. I can't
With a
even
lot
say
to
it.
think about. And we're going to take a break and we'll come right back in 10
We'll be
minutes.
right back. Stick around, everybody.
And even though the AFK screen says we're lost at sea, we're not. We're totally on
We're
land.
not.
So
We know
we'll be right
exactly
back.
where we are.
Promise.
We're back.
Nailed it.
Oh, yeah. Totally back.
All right.
Totally
That's
back.
us. They call us back, guys.
Wait, we're
Hey.
are we gaming?
We're gaming,
We're
guys.
all
That's what we're
back.
doing. Oh,
Yeah.
hold on. I
Oh,
just
no.
some more music.
Oh
This
no.
search has taken the better part of the day. And the sun is now dipping relatively low on the horizon. The clouds are starting to clear up a little bit, and you're seeing some of the night sky through the spiral. But the spiral is a little bit more evident now, with the black outlining in the negative space. And you guys have a warm campfire. Koto, it's going to take a full night to knock off the first point of exhaustion, and then another full night's rest to knock off the second point of exhaustion.
Okay.
So that thing that was out in the water, the biggest thing that we saw, Koto, that's what sank my boat.
Hmm.
You guys saw the thing
Yeah.
that's wasn't it like a monster that sunk your boat?
Yeah, that'll
Yes.
do it. He's a big
There's
guy.
a giant. That's
It's
not-
enormous. It's
Put your hands in the air like Dragon Jesus. I like how now you're Dragon Jesus.
Dragon Jesus.
It's Jesus.
It
That's
sticks,
terrible.
man.
so the bits of the ritual you said you uncovered mention a mother.
Yeah. They call, I guess, what the Ikacs call their mother is actually the widow bride. This thing that we've tangled with before. That's, I guess, the daughter of my patron.
I mean, sure, that tracks.
Well, she really wanted me to kill her. I know that. I've never seen Stitch do that since the last time I saw that thing.
So your patron wants her daughter dead.
And it also sounds like her daughter's going to eat her to try and become more powerful.
Yes,
Hmm,
it's-
makes sense.
that is sometimes how gods do things.
And then you said Gren was involved.
Yeah, she's, I guess, cozying up to both Grin and the Dreamer, and all three of them are hoping to
turn into a god, but Sataza seems to think, I think her daughter is going to win.
Are they competing or are they teaming?
Both? By the sounds of it, I'm not sure. She says that she courts many loves and that she dances with the twin beasts, Grin the Red and the Dreamer. I'm not sure if it's the way that I had to decode this. I don't really have punctuation, so I'm sure this is the words. I'm not sure if the twin beasts are Grin the Red and the Dreamer or something else entirely, but
That sounds probable based on what you just said.
And they're crucifying Waven.
Well, I said
Yeah.
they're going to go after the water first, so
it did say water will fall first.
yeah.
Well, don't particularly think swimming in that lake or ocean over there is going to be a good idea for the next day or so, but I mean,
The
I
Waven,
know what the battle will be.
Waven once spoke of the three once one.
Yes.
What if they're not really competing?
You're saying the Widow Bride, the Dreamer, and Grin are all actually used to be one thing?
Not necessarily. There may be something to why they're attacking the Waven first. Why the sea must fall first. Yet it's not Elos who's dying, it's Oros. Something doesn't quite still add up right.
I'm sorry, Balrin. Which one's Oros?
This guy.
Sky. Cool. Okay. You have funny names for all your gods here. I don't know.
Well, then what do we do about it?
I don't know. But obviously something's happening here, but things are also happening to the south where we left the grit. Just seems like things are going wrong everywhere.
And there's a
Grit
battle in
safe?
every area.
Probably, I don't think so. There was a boat trailing us, but they claimed they were just a ship heading further south. I don't know if enough time has passed now that our routes were supposed to diverge. They said they were heading south. We were going to head southwest. It's probably been long enough now that that's happened. I don't know what the status is of them since we came to find you.
Furthermore, they've had time to start filling that cauldron.
No, actually, they're not. Your mentor won't let them. She's stopping everybody from even coming close to it. There are about a dozen Dragonborn back on the grit right now.
Oh, that's good.
You don't remember anything from when you touched that thing? That's not good, Koto.
I'm
I think that's
sorry, Fulcrum.
No, I'm just
what do you want me to
saying-
do?
Not use it.
Oh, so
Hand
you're
on
going to
his
fight
shoulder.
that thing out in the sea by yourself?
And on his shoulder.
And on
You
his
have a
shoulder.
plan to slay these other gods? You have a plan to defeat that dragon out there?
I don't think it's
Captain.
going to come from that thing.
Well, until you come up with another solution, that is the only thing that will slay them.
What if Ralithe makes you kill her to do it? She seemed pretty serious.
Ralithe is stubborn.
You just lost 5 days and you still want to use this thing?
I'm saying it's not off the table. I want to get my people home. I'll do whatever it takes. I imagine all of you feel pretty similar. I don't give a damn about the war that's going on here. I don't care if gods are eating gods. I want to get my people back home.
I think we all have somewhere to get back to.
So if that cauldron is the way, I don't care if it kills me to use it.
Okay, Koto.
I'm sorry to put you through it. I didn't know that would happen, to be honest.
Because we don't know nearly enough about it. Dangerous.
There's a possibility we could find out what happened during your time, if you would allow it.
Explain.
I can regress you. I can go into your mind, find out what you've seen, what you've been up to. But I wouldn't do so without your permission.
I assume you all said that I went back to the village. I gathered my people. I pushed them through and then didn't follow.
Yes.
Is there more info you need?
There are a few days missing there. You traveling to this point for some reason.
Okay. Poke away, Sid.
I mean, it makes sense. You got the brand of the dreamer, and if she is working with the people who are with the Widow Bride, he just walked you right out to all of them. They wanted to take you to something.
God, snacks.
Sid casts detect thoughts.
God, snacks.
Koto.
They're tasty and chewy.
Yeah, pulls out two copper pieces, aka 2 cents.
Hardy har.
Penny for your thoughts. Yes.
Ooh, pennies for your thoughts.
Thanks, Initiative. We got a whole series of episodes about doing character voices.
Can you detect past thoughts? I don't know.
We'll see. Let me look in there.
Maybe if Koto thinks them.
What if I don't know them? Can you detect my thoughts if I don't even know my thoughts?
If they're subconscious.
Sounds like a question for the DM.
DM magic.
So Koto, lie
No,
back.
it doesn't work. You can't detect thoughts on a creature of intelligence lower than 3. I'm
Oh, damn it. Never mind.
I'm playing. Go ahead.
Courage, however, right out.
Courage, like, oh,
No.
nobody loves me.
Koto, I want you to think about the last moment that you recall. We'll start there.
Cauldron.
So you've touched the cauldron. If it's anything like the last time we both touched it,
You touched the cauldron.
I helped you carry it, remember? We shared that.
Okay.
Don't remember that either.
I don't know.
It's when we first found your mentor.
I touched the cauldron. I felt the power. And I felt it pull. No, take from me. More than I normally could offer myself. I felt it drain me.
Yes, we came down and saw you. You were feeble need for a moment. Only a moment. But from there, your mind started to blur for you, I assume. Or did it go dark, or anything?
Give me an intelligence check. Both of you can do it, and
Okay.
depending upon what each of you gets will affect what I give.
4.
18.
He starts going to that moment You see it clearly in his mind, like you're reliving it from a completely separate vantage point in the same room.
Okay.
And then as you see, he touches it and bellows out his breath weapon into it, which at the same time, you feel the sensation of vomiting out your power and then feeling your power pull itself the rest of the way out of you, as if you are now dry heaving and you have nothing left to give. And it's forcing more out than you should. Till what's coming out of you could only be bile, because there's nothing left.
Okay.
And as you hit the ground, you suddenly feel yourself get sleepy and heavy, and then your eyesight pulls back away from the window of Koto's vision. Back, deeper and darker and blackness, and then you're in nothingness. And far, far away, you see a little window of light, and you see a single silhouette step from the side into that view and step out.
Okay, I'm going to move towards the window.
You
Follow
can't. You can't. You're stuck back in the dark here with Koto.
Koto. You stayed here in your mind. Someone else was in control.
I mean, clearly, right?
Clearly, but who?
I think we know who.
So the dreamer. And I could see faintly from a long distance an image. I can't quite make it out.
It's a large figure, Sid, that is extremely similar. It must be also a dragonborn. But the form is bulky like Koto.
Okay.
Whereas when you all actually did meet the humanoid form of the dreamer. And he is live. I'll punch him up on the screen real quick.
I'm going to try something. I don't know if it's going to work, but since I can see him from my current vantage point, can I shift the detect thoughts onto that target?
Let me read detect thoughts.
Good old dreamer.
Good old dreamer.
What's your wisdom save, Koto?
Wisdom? Oh,
Yeah.
God.
It's going to be real big.
Yeah.
Yes, Deception. I'm going to
19?
19?
Yeah.
No, my bonus. My bonus to roll to save. It's a plus what to the die?
9.
doozy.
I got a 21.
All right, that beats my save. Or DC.
You reach out to this other entity you can see standing near the window. And you feel your thoughts reach out and get lost, as if there is nothing there. It almost feels, Sid, the few times you have mentally or physically interacted with an illusion.
Okay. Do I have a separate voice or anything like that in this place? Or is it just like, I'm just an observer?
You're an observer. It does say detect thoughts. This isn't listed as telepathy or sending or things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you can feel and glean as much of Kota's experience as you want, but you're an observer.
Okay.
Yeah, what you physically say in the physical space you're in might probe or cause him to think of certain things you want him to.
Yeah. Let me think. So when you left the village, you sought equipment. You found a pendant somewhere that prevented people from finding you. Do you remember that at all? Who you
I
went to?
remember the cauldron.
Yes,
I don't
somebody.
remember going to the village or gathering my people. I remember the cauldron. And then I stood upon that rock.
I don't know. Anyone have any ideas? Anything else?
Sid, you said he didn't have any of his... Koto, you didn't have any of your weapons or anything. Like, you just left them and you were just sitting on the rock?
They were dropped right here, about where I stand, on the ground.
So, the dreamer wanted you to give yourself over to the Ikax.
Sounds like it.
When I arrived, he was trying to remove his armor. Step into the ocean, or so it seemed.
And let them take him? Why would they want you?
It could be a sacrifice.
Did they say anything that they were going to bring you somewhere?
No, they wanted me to kneel.
They didn't say like they wanted to bring you to a stone or something?
No, I was already on the stone.
Okay.
You were made a champion to whom?
To the dreamer.
And you rejected him, correct?
I have since, yes.
Seems that he's trying to remove you. Wash his hands, perhaps.
From what I've seen, any of us that have been on his island have been turned to two. And the strongest wins.
Balron kind of, after hearing that, walks over to take a look at the stone. Kind of points. Is that stone right over there?
That's where I saw him.
I would like to investigate the stone. See if there's any kind of carvings, ritual markings, as though...
Is there a sword in it?
Some, like, place where rituals or something is
You know-
performed.
I should say, all the
Can you investigate?
the Sea Uglies, when they were stabbing all the Wavan, they were drawing these weird symbols around them. I didn't know what it meant.
What do they look like?
Something ritualistic, but a stone.
You search all over it, and the only thing you do find is the random discardings of what look like half-eaten fish.
A bunch of those guys with bloody noses and eyes bleeding laying on the ground.
You find
So they don't have anything else, right? Besides a weapon.
exactly where you're currently standing. You find 8 dead Ikax. And all around here you find half-eaten fish, remains of straps of leather. It just looks like, if you had to hazard a guess, it looks like what might be left behind by people having to wait around for a while.
Did I see anything that any of the puddles of Ikax or whatever, any of them look like they're in any sort of vestments that might set them apart from the others? Anything, any of them with holy symbols, anything of the sort on them?
You go through the bodies, and you find 3 of them have scribed onto what little clothing they have or what little gear they have, in at least one location, a white ring.
I rip it off of there. I come back with it.
Did you find something?
Yes, a few of them bear this mark. I toss the white ring down on the stone over by the campfire there.
Does it look familiar at all?
Yes. Used to set
No.
upon the sails of the pirate pig.
The pig put on his sails.
I think that pretty much makes it clear, huh?
Guess so.
Maybe it was never the symbol for pig, and it was always the symbol for the widow bride.
Could be.
Hmm.
She's doing something here. Killing all the wobbin. Something else. We should
So what are
warn
we
them.
going to do about it?
If she's this close to here, that's maybe too close to where the colony is.
So you want to pack everybody back up on the ships?
I don't know. I don't know what the right move is. It's just, and I don't know where here's safe, but we should at least warn them that at this don't send people south.
During the time that we were windwalking, I made a few passes through the colony, convinced that perhaps maybe Koto had not actually gone where the direction we had thought. When I did, people in the colony are already making plans to board some ship when it returns. I don't know if they meant the Grit. The Grit's far too far away for them to believe we'd be back anytime soon. They seem to be preparing as though a ship is coming for them sooner rather than later.
That's ominous.
Well, we've been gone a long time. Who knows how many other people pass by in the meantime, but nonetheless. Maybe they found another way.
I look over at Kirk. Is he sleeping? Put my hand out, and I release him.
Does he vanish now, or he's
Yes.
broken the bond?
Yes, he's vanished. Rest well.
So you can do that.
Yeah, that explains something.
I mean, he was always there when you needed him. That's wow. Okay.
Well, he didn't have the wings before. That's new.
A good upgrade.
I didn't know he could do that either, to be honest.
That's one advantage. The other mind wouldn't let me in. So I have nothing else there, but... Morgaine, did you see anything interesting?
I think the most interesting thing I'm seeing here is the...
Hey, good night, Initiative League. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming by, Initiative.
See you around.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Check out your stuff. If you're in the chat, Initiative Leagues has a stream of their own, so make sure you go check that out.
Check them out.
Check him out.
Check them out.
Get them all over to me.
Yeah, the most interesting thing I'm seeing here is this, and I'm pointing down at the circle on the patch or whatever it was you ripped off.
The ring.
Yeah, the round or the white circle. That's what's got me intrigued.
Well, which battle do we go to first? Do we take on the seas, the earth, or the skies?
Sounds like the sea was the first to be attempt to be taken.
And at some point, she's going to go to, I guess, Sataz's hut. I don't know when.
We still have that Titan to save.
We have a few to save.
The Grit's on the way there right now.
I personally don't care about the Waven. My experience wasn't exactly a good one with them.
No, that's true.
But at the
longer
same
they last,
time,
the longer we last.
At the same time, the fact that she's the one's the one that's responsible, almost wants me to do something about it.
There's also the fact that if they command the seas, we're going to have a hard time getting from place to place. Can't rely on trees every time.
If you do want to get your people home, the Widow Bride seems to know how to get through the Everstorm.
Seems to be how we all got here. Certainly, there's got to be a way back that way.
What if we rallied Earth against the sea? Handled two things at once.
Or allies fighting demigods is probably a good thing.
So I guess tomorrow do we warn the town about not going south and then teleport back to the grid? And I mean, no offense, Koto, but we'll probably push you in through first, if that's okay.
I want to make sure you make it
I
through.
don't care.
Okay. Or should we stay here and see what's going on in the sea? Though we don't really know what we're going into, and there is that giant beast.
Well, any ship that sails around that, I think, is going to be finding it a terrible fate, similar to my crew. At some point, I hope to settle the score.
My note did say that she wears a false skin and a false name.
Who does?
You don't think the Widow Bride? You don't think she's Joina, do you? Didn't Joina command a bunch of Ikacs? Like, we saw her chasing us once with a bunch of
commanded a
Ikacs.
bunch of Wavin.
Levi, didn't we, as I recall, we once were running away from the area where Skeever had just died, and we saw Joina with a bunch of Ikacs around her?
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, that's possible, but we also know that there
By
were
a bunch, it was hundreds.
Okay.
It was a small army.
Wouldn't that be something? That would make sense of why she was in league with the demons, right?
Then Joina was in league with Peg, too, yeah.
Sounds like we're finally figuring
She
things
could
out.
have been using that skin for a while then, right?
I guess.
We haven't, and I don't think we've gotten any word of anyone seeing her since the battle at Pigs, right?
no.
We
I mean,
just
seeing her as the Widow Bride.
As a Widow Bride, no. That's the only time
Yeah.
we ever saw her as a Widow Bride.
I'm pretty sure I'd know if she was nearby.
Joiner was recently seen walking upon the tops of the waves. She's been keeping an eye on us.
Well, there's our target.
I mean, that's the
She
question,
was
though.
In the
Why
form
is
of
she
a
only
blade,
watching?
the large shark woman. What Tallulah looked like, only in a female, perhaps, form.
Yeah, Morgan makes an interesting point. Why only watch us?
I feel like if she wanted to get rid of us, especially if she had the element of surprise, she could probably manage it.
That if she needs us to
What's
do
she
something.
using us for? Waiting for us to take out her rivals? Or weaken them so she can finish the job? I don't know.
Be a smart play.
Would be.
I don't know why she didn't chase us. Pretty happy to rip me in half.
You've been ripped in half.
Was gruesome.
Yeah,
Quite resilient, Captain.
she said something about breaking her mother's toys when she did it.
Well, children should be punished for their deeds. We'll tame this one.
So, what's the call then? Is there any way we could warn the grit? tell them to... We have no way of contacting them, do we?
Can you send me back to the grid? Or can you get any of us back to the grid? I don't feel comfortable with the cauldron being there without protection.
A short bit of rest, and I can get us all back to the grid if you so desire. I had to use a fair bit of my magical energies for the day to come here from where we had first come onto the island.
Well, then let's make our way back to the village. Warn them that you recuperate your power.
3
We
days
make our way
of
back.
walking.
Well, we can walk again.
No, that would require the same amount of magical energy I used to take us back to the grid.
Well, I assumed we were sleeping here. Koto looks well, I mean, no offense, Koto, you look exhausted.
I felt better.
Sleep and, whatever else do for the night. And,
I'd rather sleep on the ship.
What I
That's
can
okay
do-
with you.
if Ballin can get us back in
I
time.
can scry the ship, see that everything is okay.
Well, save your energies for taking us back. I'm not against going back. I'm worried about where we left the grid.
I'm less worried about the colony at this point, to be honest.
I think they're at
They've
least
been
safe.
here for this long and they're still there. They'll be fine. They're not doing anything too brash, but it does sound like their boat is on the other side of the island. It would have to go clear around this entire island to get to this side.
Well, there was one thing there that I need to attend to before we leave, if possible.
Oh, that little nice gnome man? He seemed really kind of pleasant. It's funny.
To figure out what his deal is. He seemed to know a lot more about me than I knew about him.
No.
Felix. Felix was his name. Yeah.
Felix Fizbang, I believe is what he said his name was.
Fizzbang.
Yes. He said there was some kind of...
Levi almost lost it.
Yep. It's like character inception here. For those of you in the audience that don't know, sometimes old characters make cameos.
Not sometimes. A lot.
For those of you in the audience, callback is everything. DM, you can do callback. Everybody eats that shit up.
Well, I mean, I suppose if it's important to you, I can, after a rest, a longer rest, I'd be able to walk us all back to the colony and then get us back to the grid with relative ease.
Captain, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Captain Kieran.
How long would it take us to sail the folding boat around to the other side of the island? Is there any river or anything we can go through or anything like that? We flew over. Hey, thanks for the follow.
Thanks for the
Thank
follow.
you for the follow.
Thanks for the follow.
Ex-Hitty?
Ex-Hitty.
City? Unless it's... I hate to
It's
say this way,
shitty around here.
but I was gonna say if it's got any sort of like
Is it
Chinese, the X is like a sh.
yeah.
It's like,
I think it's
so maybe it's just shitty. I'm sorry if it's not.
That right there was a shitty follow.
Oh!
So
Thank you
bad.
for your follow.
So
Thank you.
bad.
We love you.
Immediately
Yeah,
We
follow
thank
them.
you.
What are you doing?
Immediately right off.
Immediately
Unfollow.
unfollows.
Clarification,
appreciate you.
pronunciation. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
That
help
way
us
we
out
don't
where it is.
botch it anymore.
Ex-Hitty.
We have some expertise.
Could.
Yeah, say Christopher says he knows.
You could sail around this. Here, let me.
Those are days worth of travel, each of those hashes, right?
See, we were right.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's gonna be like a.
It's
Oh.
days.
Oh,
be
dang.
faster.
I thought we got it.
You
Don't worry, we're
could-
just idiots around here.
It's shitty.
We're terrible.
Oh man.
Oh my
The
god.
Midwest
Oh.
attacks.
I have many. I'm one of the bigger dice goblins in the group.
Or my dice
Like-
bag.
Okay.
I gotta put my dice bag behind me here.
Very selective about my dice.
These are all my D20s right now, just the 20s. Since we're showing off dice, I have a dice chest.
Oh,
No
look at
fucking
that.
around.
Yeah.
2 bags full.
These are all dice.
Because they're my treasures.
Can't get the light in there.
These math rocks go clickety clack.
What you don't know about Levi
Rocks.
is those are the remaining dice that Levi has that are treasures. There's also an equally large dice jail that house all the dice he's gotten angry at and has thrown into over the course of time. But he won't
It
show
was
us.
microwaved at one point.
Those dice are not
teach him a
even
lesson.
in trouble. So,
Yeah,
Sound
speaking of
cutting
the metal dice, Chav Hunter,
Let's say.
actually, Die Hard Dice hooked us up and sent
is
us
true.
all
We did.
some
This is-
customized metal dice for us. It was really cool.
Yeah,
I'm trying to find mine. It's down in the
They're
bag
heavy
somewhere.
as hell.
Yeah, man.
mine sits behind this green
They
screen
get
where I can't get
focused.
to it right now.
Oh, let's not
Without-
show that side. That's a
without
that's
breaking
the one
reality.
side.
That's
We
the
don't-
one. Don't show the one.
When my dice are real bad, I feed them to this guy.
Die Hard Dice. They roll 20s.
Yeah,
right.
It has rolled a lot of
Come on,
20s,
baby.
actually. This die has rolled me quite a few 20s.
I
They
can't quite get it to focus.
literally just rolled me a 20.
Nice.
Uh,
That's a sleep check, by the way, Levi.
yep.
Nat
Yes.
20 sleep check.
Nat 20
Nat
sleeping.
20.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can counter his sleep check. It's a 4, so no, I don't. No, I don't.
Elf
All right. So yeah, for you to sail, it'll be less time, but you'll be shaving off a day of 3.
Okay.
Like
That's
that
not-
route is going to be 2 days instead of 3 days on land.
Most days we wouldn't be walking, but I think Ballroom will have his spell up at some point before then.
Yeah,
so.
he'll have it up before then. So
All right, never mind. Oh, stolen dice sucks. That's terrible.
Oh,
my lucky D20 got stolen.
that is no good.
That hurts.
That does.
If that was a friend, they're no longer a friend.
Yeah,
That is factual.
they do not get any nuts.
Jurassic Park dice.
No nuts.
Nice.
No nuts.
No nuts. No almonds. Blue diamond almonds.
Come on,
Been a
Blue
while.
Diamond.
I am
Come on,
going
Blue Diamond.
pistachios
Look us up.
tonight.
I've given up on Blue Diamond. I'm now using.
Oh, he's a fisherman now.
Fisher. He's Fisher.
He just switched to nuts.
Yeah,
Sea
take
salt,
note.
dry roasted peanuts. Thank you, Fisher.
That's what happens when you don't send us free nuts.
That's what happens when you don't give us nuts.
because we switch up on you.
Yeah, we're not going to be loyal if you're not loyal to us. We're talking to you.
I'm a creature of
Diamond.
habit. Blue diamond. I still like you. Sorry.
Don't give in.
I'm gonna clip this and send them the link.
Oh no.
Gauntlet thrown.
That's how I rock and roll.
Krister,
all our-
That's why I'm in charge of the PR around here. I know the problem.
Just starting Twitter wars that we don't even know about.
It's all about the beef. You got to get the beef,
So
gentlemen.
it's
Yeah.
what it is.
Are we
That's how you
getting
that's how you
inserted?
get
What's going on?
Look, it's not
Chav
this
Hunter
way.
was gonna have dice that have tiny mosquitoes in them.
Oh,
Like
that's
Jurassic
so
Park.
cool.
Oh, that's cool.
That is awesome.
That's
That's awesome.
amazing.
That
like
is
that.
awesome.
That's cool.
Dude, I have never even seen those. That's a
I saw the
Yeah,
ones
right,
that have SpaghettiOs in them, and those are nasty.
SpaghettiOs.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have camel bone dice.
You've never seen the SpaghettiOs dice? Oh, they're horrid.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
Are we sleeping
sounds
for magic
I
purposes?
Assume?
I assume we are.
No,
I
I
mean,
don't
so.
sleep.
We're not sleeping, but you guys are.
You make it a point to tell you every damn time.
Every single time.
Elves trance out, man. They're just
Except
trance.
I don't sleep.
Yeah, glow sticks.
Yeah, they just trance.
They just trance.
All right. Everybody goes to sleep except the elves, who
No,
don't.
We trance. I wish I had some
With
trance
their
on
keen
you that I
elven
could just
trance.
pull up right now.
We need some elven trance music. That's what we need.
I gotta
Ambient
make
stuff.
one now. I gotta make one
Yeah.
now. For every time the elves
This is
don't
our sleep
sleep.
music. Yeah. Just make sure you don't make the strong bad one because we'll get a copyright strike.
Yeah,
on that
yeah,
for
right.
it,
Yeah,
so-
immediately.
Yeah.
Nope, that's it. That's all we get.
The
Miley
Everstorm,
Cyrus mix. That's right.
the Everstorm channel on our Discord now has spaghetti dice. Spaghetti
Nice.
in the dice.
Fulcrum,
You just
See how horrid they are.
you wake
What?
up in a lush
gross.
jungle,
My God.
and you can see
My God.
The D10 only rolls 10s. It's really obnoxious.
in an almost completely submerged hut, there is rest floating on the shoreline of the small pool where the hut is. A small wooden box. It is sturdy. It's not terribly fancy, but quaint in its construction. It looks like the kind of thing that you would find in grandma or grandpa's attic that they, as a child, once used to hold their things. And then it's probably fallen down a flight of stairs or two. It's got some dings and some scratches, but it's strong. And it's resting right next to you where you wake up in the shoreline.
I'll pick it up out of the surf and move it over in my hands, inspect it.
There is a lock, but no key. And inscribed on the bottom is the words, "I like clever. In time, my needle will find a key."
Out of picking it up and looking at that lock, I'm gonna look at my hand where Stitch normally manifests out of, and I'm gonna just try and think about. I've always only been able to make it a weapon. I'm gonna think about to seeing if I can weave it into a key, and if
Okay.
it'll listen to me.
Ooh.
Give me a.
Just a lockpick. You don't even need the key.
Just going straight King's
Just go in there
Give
and
me
just...
your. Give me like your.
That's true.
Let's make this intellect, like an intellect check, or a crafting based kind of skill if you have something like that.
You know, I do have. This is actually. Thank you for triggering my memory, Cameron. I have in my written in skin. One of the things tattooed into my skin right now is a set of lockpicks, and
I knew it. I didn't know it.
I am
I
actually
didn't know
so.
it at all.
I'm going to try and pull those out of the written in skin, and utilize those to pick it, I suppose.
Okay.
So that's sleight of
Give
hand.
me a sleight of hand.
All right.
I'm gonna break like 50 lockpicks. That's
I'm
all
going to
it
use
is.
the fulcrum die for this one.
I mean, if this is 7 days to die, you'd break all of them at
You just break like 100
0.1
of
second. Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, though.
Or
I'm not even fucking kidding. That Die Hard die just rolled a natural 20.
Die Hard Die. They roll
Are
20.
you serious?
Hold on. Let me see if I can.
You know what you get with the natural 20 on your die?
Oh
That's
my
20.
god.
Stitch becomes an arc welder.
That's a total of a 27.
That's epic.
You reach to your written in skin. You drag your finger on the lockpicks and pinch your skin, and then they solidify into metal, lifting off, and your skin feels a little, your arm feels a little lighter, not realizing that you had any weight in them in the moment. You eyeball the lock, and in the last moment, you feel Stitch's threads curl around your fingertips and around the lockpicks to extend your sense of touch into the pick itself. So for a brief moment, the pick feels like an extension of your own finger,
I can
and you
feel
can
the tumbler.
feel the inside of the lock and the tumblers. And you're like, no. Pull back, click, and then you feel it pop open. Inside, you see a pink and green tomato pincushion. Around each of the sides is a symbol. And then on the top is another symbol. Also inside, there are 7 pins. Each pin is not pressed into the pin cushion, and each pin has a corresponding symbol at the end where you would actually hold it.
And they're not actually in the pincushion, they're just next to, like, laid out next to it?
Correct.
Are the pins at all? I know there's different symbols on them, but is it just symbols? There's no colors on any of the pins anywhere? It's just the pin cushion itself that has color?
It's just the symbols. It's just the symbols.
Okay.
The pin cushion has color.
Okay.
We both like,
All right.
It's really hard. You get so excited, you know?
Just kind of looking it over curiously, I'm going to take a moment to actually glance around and see if I see Sataza anywhere. Any sign of anybody nearby.
As you're looking around, you see across the pond, just inside the brush line, standing and staring. You see her look at you, smile, and nod. And then you wake up.
Okay.
And I posted her, everybody, because he's known for a while what she looks like, but I want everybody to get a chance to see her.
Where'd you post it?
She's awesome looking.
That's a good question. I don't see it.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. No,
It might be just visible to me.
it might be just visible to him. I'll change it. I'll make it so everybody can see her.
Yeah, I'm guessing Baba Yaga, yeah. Oh,
Ooh.
that is not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
That's what she usually looks like.
Oh, she's got extra sets of arms too there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little Snow Whitey, or not Snow White.
And as I recall, that is like
Lion, the
a
Witch in the Wardrobe.
porcelain kind of like doll-like face, as I recall, or like.
Ugh.
Yes, the weird thing about the face is that it's very shiny, and it's got like, however the mouth does move.
Mm.
But though the mouth moves and the eyes move inside the sockets, no other part of the face moves. Like the cheekbones don't move, the skin doesn't slide as things speak and shift. So her expression is always that.
She does have 3 sets of arms and 2 legs. That is an awful spider-like thing.
Yeah, not up your alley at all. Nope.
No, just putting that out there.
6 arms, 2 legs, spider?
You're doing an
LG.
awful lot of
Hot.
assuming. You're doing an awful lot of assuming that there's only 2 legs underneath all that.
If it's more than 6 limbs, it's bad.
Well,
That's all I need. That's all I need.
There's nothing you want to see under there. I've seen enough.
Oh
Trust me.
Oh
Cobwebs.
my. Lots
Oh!
of cobwebs.
Oh, you know what though?
Cheeky.
Now that you bring it up, the design on the front does look kind of webbish.
Sure does.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that now, Jeff. I see what you're going for here. Yeah.
Oh, Chris Sturps was the one that called it out.
Yeah.
What?
Chris Sturps.
Octopus. Yeah.
Yeah, now he's saying octopus.
Oh, I didn't even see that you wrote that. We came to the same position.
Yeah.
You come to, it's morning.
I immediately check my person to make sure everything is where it should be, and I don't
You don't have a box,
Oh man, I was hoping you got a new lunchbox.
but you do have
A-team.
amongst your things a set of 7 pins and the pin cushion. The pins are not in the pin cushion.
Okay. God, I just went back and looked at the Widow Bride.
Yeah, yeah, terrifying.
Holy crap. I don't remember it looking like that.
Yeah, I remember what it looked like.
Oh, I was up close and personal.
It had the spider leg things going on too.
That was real disturbing. Yeah.
Yeah, when she showed up after Ballroom to the body, I'm like, oh, we're all dead now. We're definitely now dead. We're all dead.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. She pretty.
I know what you're talking about. I have zero regrets about that.
All right. Chat, I'll show you because they keep yakking about a character we saw like 2.5 years ago.
She is
the Widow Bride.
Where the hell is she?
Well, to be fair, her name came up a fair amount today. So.
It's potentially the longest running.
There you go, chat.
Villain that we've had actually up to this point that we haven't killed. I would say,
pretty.
right?
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
way there.
she's off the screen. There we go.
Yeah.
Immediately, yeah.
Captain Kieran, fuck no.
That's the correct response. That is what ripped Fulcrum in half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's
There's
like.
Now, see, all I'm saying is, now look, I'm just going to point this out there. If you could be so kind as to pull Setsatsa up right next to her, there could be those same sets of legs
there's
under
a
all
family
that cloaking, and you just can't tell. I'm just saying, there could be the same lower half under there going on.
He hasn't shared. Did he share?
No.
There she is. There she is. Yeah, she did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he shared it.
All right, let me put these right next to each other like so and so.
You see how that cloak fans out? I'm just saying, you have the same sets of legs under there going on. You know, see what I'm saying? It's
Yeah, it won't let me capture the bottom part because Roll20's a bitch.
see.
Yeah.
See, one got all the arms, the other has the legs, and when they
That
they both
sucks. Like
run
she
their
gave
shit
up.
up.
She's like, I gave you all my legs. But I'm giving you my arms. Those are my arms. You take the legs.
Oh wait, no, I got the whole story now figured out. See, the two human-looking legs on the front of the Widow Bride are her legs, and she just took them right with her when she was born and just ran off with them ever since.
She might have.
Wow.
Yeah, might have.
That's messed up.
She left her arms behind, and now they just dangle from Setsatsa's shoulders. See, if you take those arms off, they go right into those sockets. See, they fit perfectly.
She sings a song. I got no arms to hold me down.
You're making the kind of sense that I don't like right now.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I got more legs.
You know the scariest part? The scariest part isn't that I said some bullshit. The scariest part isn't that I said complete bullshit. It's that while I'm sitting here saying it, Levi's carefully writing something down.
Yep.
He's like,
Yeah.
That's canon. That's canon.
That
That's
just
canon.
became
canon.
Both of those were Frankenstein together from a lot of stuff,
Robot.
and then a lot of Photoshop liquefy and a lot of yeah. I am happy they're being enjoyed. Those two took a long time because I wanted to make sure they looked good because
They do.
Ultra creepy, man.
Yeah, they're creepy.
Bravo.
as hell.
That was the goal. What if they're two parts of one big Power Ranger robot?
That's what I was just saying. Like they're gonna come back together and create some like 12 arm-legged thing.
I mean, that is apparently her plan.
Yep.
And it's gonna come riding in on a sleeping dragon.
That's a terrible combo.
Carrying a bucket of chicken.
With a bucket of
wasn't
chicken
it?
and one arm. Right, you got it.
I already know this.
Was
Is
it?
I got it now. I know what's going on.
So it was
Finally
the
figured it out.
the green Power Ranger that came in to make the big robot that was
Yeah.
a dragon, right?
That's
So
right.
that's what we're trying. That's how we're trying to put it together.
That's
I
right.
can
With
see
a
it.
dagger that is also a whistle.
Piccolo or something.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
true. I forgot. About that. It's more of a recorder.
Well, he's got a mask on, so like
Yes.
that made a lot of sense.
It
yeah.
works.
Yeah.
So,
What are we doing?
Who wants to be a cloud? all of
Morning
a sudden?
comes.
It's time for cloud. Everyone gather around. We're going to turn into a cloud. And
Good
talk to a
question.
gnome.
With
It's
With
time
one-
for cloud.
Gather
Everybody gather around. We're all going to be a
Giant
cloud.
sword.
Gather around, everybody. Puff, puff, pass.
with one level of exhaustion, I still have half movement, right?
No.
No, you have full movement, and now you have specifically disadvantage on the skill checks or
Yep.
ability checks. Ability
Yeah.
checks. I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
it covers skill checks.
That's not saves. That's ability checks.
Right. Okay.
So
So I got
anything
rid
that
of the half
involves
movement thing.
building.
I could probably fix the fatigue too, but we'll just cloud car everyone there for now.
It's not
That would
fatigue, it's
be-
exhaustion.
I could
It's
fix it.
exhaustion.
Greater restoration and 100 diamond dust will do you that.
Hmm.
100 gold of diamond dust.
He can rest.
You know,
Cheap ass.
You can rest.
that's the ball run we love.
That's
You
the way to
guys-
go.
$1 billion of platinum.
That's how you know I haven't been
Watch
doppelgangered
Valorant.
into a different ball run.
You guys watch Balrin pour out a cup, pour out the booze with just skill. All the lackadaisical motion, suddenly it's like perfect aim. Lights it, and then he drinks a flaming drink, and then breathes out, and then fog pours out of Balrin, and you all become the fog.
Or to be the mist.
Back to
You
town.
fly, and you fly back to the colony.
We take gorilla form.
I just want to know if we did the flying V like geese.
100%. No. We do the
You guys
flying
can
V like
literally
the Mighty
skylight.
Ducks.
You can see each other. You just can't
You
talk.
can see each other. You can't talk to each other.
Mighty
Yeah,
ducks,
dude.
man.
Right.
The flying V.
Quack, quack, quack.
We will take patronage in order to write your message in the sky. If you would like to wish someone happy birthday, perhaps propose marriage, we are missed for hire.
We are.
For hire.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's a future. That's a future group of ours. Like party band.
Missed for hire.
Missed for hire.
We won't be the 5 anymore. We're just gonna be.
It's
the
a
missed
shame
for hire.
that Bowron is an elf and not a gnome, because now that all I do is make everyone travel, I could have been the Travelocity gnome.
Yep. Hey, we can kill you and resurrect you, man. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
If I ever
I-
reincarnate,
I
back-
don't have a reincarnate. We can't kill him. He's the
Yeah.
only one that has a reincarnate.
He's the only one that can do it.
I'll scribe you up a scroll.
He'd be like, damn it, I'm still an elf. All right, try again. Damn it, still an elf. Okay,
Yeah,
try
probably
again.
worth to kill him, like,
My
This is working,
reincarnate
guys.
only does elves, guys.
Right. Sorry.
You land in the colony. And when you land, there is a pretty big fanfare whenever you guys do anything. People start showing up. Halflings are giving you guys drinks. They're coming out with, oh, they're here. And then you see somebody running off, girls, dads, bringing out baked goods, hot meat pies.
I think we made the right decision, guys.
Hot meat pies, huh?
This is fantastic.
They're not very big, Koto. Unfortunately, they're halfling size, so you're going to have to burn through like
I'm not
20
going
of
to
them.
eat the halflings.
These pies are the size of halflings?
Mm,
Yeah, they're pretty small.
that's all right.
Sid will definitely partake. So
I'll eat a moon pie.
there's one of them around here I need to talk to.
Okay. While you do that, I'll probably find Kizzy and just fill around on what we saw. Maybe ask about that boat.
Incidentally, I have to speak to Kizzy to get in contact with Fitzbang, so
If you don't mind, I'm going to sit over here by the fire and just relax.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, me too.
In short order, you guys are rendezvousing with Kizzy, and then she is also en route to you. Hello. What do you guys need?
Hi. Well, we found Koto. And
Great.
yeah.
Ah,
Turns out
a lot
though.
of people are worried.
Yeah. Turns out though, about 3 days south here, there is a lot of sea uglies, the Ikax. A lot. They're fighting Wavin. I don't know if they know you're here, but you probably should warn anyone going up for food that if they're going south to be careful, particularly around water.
Are you discussing moving?
It's hard to say we're safe, but there's a lot happening right now, and there's kind of it feels like there's wars breaking out between factions in a lot of places. The grid itself is much further south, and it's heading towards what might be a war zone too. Is everything okay here? Was there a ship that came by recently? Baldwin said he heard the people talking about something.
Yes, we've recently made contact with Soraka Blaze, and they are offering to set up a better relationship or trade, and said that since coming, outsiders have only strengthened them. A lot of goodwill, but we just generally, everyone here is happier being away from all those things. But now, if there's something more dangerous, then I don't really know. Then
Having allies and somewhere to go might not be a terrible idea, but I see the value in staying secret as well, particularly with so many things about.
we'll take precautions. I'll talk to Wrighton, and he usually has a good idea of how to proceed.
Okay, just thought you should know what's around, particularly to the south.
Thank you. Thank you.
Kizzy,
Yes, and be careful when you sail. Seems to be Leviathan-like creature out there.
what are the current numbers here at the colony?
We're larger than we've ever been. Currently, our count is 78.
78.
That doesn't include the Dragonborn. Though they are part of the colony, they like to consider their own numbers on their own. At last count with them, I believe they were somewhere around 25? Possibly.
25 additional, so still over 100.
Well, initially, when all of you brought the various refugees around and we settled here, we did have a number of people that decided to go from their own. That second group that wasn't entirely halflings, that was pulled from the mines, some had their own mind about which way to go. And some were more forthright that village life wasn't one they felt
I
comfortable in.
can't help any that have scattered to the winds.
It was Captain Casey, probably.
Keep the rest of them here together. We're working on a plan.
Very well. Well, if you're staying, we'll get together a proper feast.
We're not staying very long. Sid had some business,
I mean, the feast does sound rather nice.
but we can't leave the grid alone for too long, Sid. Maybe if Balrin decides that if you can convince Balrin to scry and the grid's okay, I'm not against food, but I know Koto is probably really the one you're going to have to convince.
Koto's over there munching on a pie out next to the fire. Oh, yeah.
He seemed pretty excited about, well, not excited, but just seemed like he get back.
Well, I mean, you can easily find out. I mean, what's life if you don't live it? That's all I have to say.
Death?
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, you have a point. Anyways, yes, you could find Felix.
Right. Hey, Kizzy, I was told
Yes.
you would be able to find Felix for me.
Yes, he said he was going to wait until you came back and to let him know. So I'll go take care of that right now.
And you've spoken with him, correct?
Yes, yes. He's very funny. Oh, he has a lot of jokes. He's actually a very good storyteller. He has been able to do a number of strange things with magic that entertain the kids. He's just been a joy to have. He's never really said why he came in the first place, except that he, like the rest of us, got kind of stuck here. But he's looking for something, and he hopes he finds it. But he isn't quite sure what it is. The only thing that's strange about Felix is he made very, very clear, and then she scoots a little closer. He made very, very clear that if he was to ever give us a certain kind of signal, we are to lock him up and not let him out until he gives a certain code phrase, and to ignore everything he says while he's locked up. It hasn't happened.
Oh, that sounds tip-top.
Well, Wrighton said he would take care of it, so it seems strange to me, but magic users is strange, so I didn't really question it. I mean, if that's what he wants. He did make very clear that if he were to ask to be locked up, that he would not be a safe person to be around. But again, it hasn't happened.
Yeah. All right. Well, I have no idea what to make of that, but it's time to find out. Thank you, Kizzy.
No problem.
I have no idea what to expect of this man. Yeah, the even more interesting man in the world. True. So, so he'll go grab some drinks, some food, smokes, whatever's around, and wait for Felix.
Felix Fuzzbottoms.
Felix Fuzzbottoms.
Felix
Fuzzbrains.
That bottom, so fuzzy.
So fuzzy.
So fuzzy.
If he hadn't burned it all off,
Mm-hmm.
I can agree.
Napalm death.
Felix no sus.
That's his, gnosis.
The real.
Gnosis.
Mm-hmm.
With a
hey,
G.
you're back.
Yes, indeed. We found what we were looking for.
Great! Congratulations. So few people find what they're looking for in these strange and dark days.
It's true. But it seemed you were looking for something as well.
Yes.
And if
Ready?
I recall, before we do, I said that I would give you something and you would give me something. I have already given. You have not.
You want to know what's on my marker?
Yes.
All right. That's fair. You did, and so I am many things, but I am not a Welcher. So, on here, and he holds up his, and his looks of the same make, except his has a twinge of red in a ring around the edge. It looks like some sort of metal inlay. But beyond that, they are identical.
Interesting. Okay.
I have on here, I think I've set aside 1,000, and in addition to that, I've set aside a smidge of clever and a dash of wit.
That does sound enticing. Well then, what is the game?
Cards. It's always cards.
It's always cards. Well then, set them up.
He takes out his cloak, and he throws his cloak out like he's about to put it on a table. And then his cloak lands on a table that isn't there.
Nice.
Like a tablecloth. And then he pulls out a deck of cards. So, how many hands would you like to play to break this up? Or are we going one and done?
Let's play 3. Like to show. I assume, Fulcrum, have you ever played cards?
No. I mean, I've read about gambling.
It's going to be dice involved, Chris Durps. I'm totally boned. I guarantee it. Well then, 3 games, so Captain Fulcrum can get a good view of how things go.
Is it okay that we watch? Are spectators allowed?
Spectators are allowed, of course.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, great. All right, yeah. I like games.
No,
Games a chance are always best with the crowd.
it's usually customary that the two playing against each other are gambling, and everyone else makes side bets about who will win.
Okay.
But the last time I was engaged in such a spectacle, we were tying knots people's souls.
Even
Okay.
high stakes there, Mr. Ballroom.
Well, I won.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Not that there should be any surprise.
Well, I won.
I appreciate standing that close to a lucky man.
I got a few copper.
No?
Well, while you guys discuss side things, we've got to be clear. I've loaded my marker. I hope you've loaded yours.
There's something in there. Let me think. Do I have any clue what's on there?
You have no idea what's on this thing. You are racking your brain and realizing you have conflicting memories of it always being on you,
Mm-hmm.
and also just pulling it out of your pocket for the first time yesterday.
Well, yes, there's great value here. Always is.
So, we'll be playing a variation on poker, where I will be dealing out to all of us 5 cards, be placing cards in the center of the table, where one can make the best hand possible out of the cards as they're laid upon the river, with an increase in the raise as we go.
Rendelian. Yes. All right.
And so, we'll play until one's marker is empty. Buy-in will be set at a marker of 200 platinum. And from there, we'll count up. I would suggest holding off on your donations till the end. I mean, unless you're one of those, you know? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see how things go. We'll see.
Baron kind of shifty-eye looks over at Sid. Are you sitting on platinum?
Sid looks back at you like, obviously, and then he like winks at you and like, nope.
So-
Baron, with his one actual hand, just kind of looks away.
He places his marker down at the table, and suddenly you feel your marker become very heavy. It's in your pocket, and suddenly you feel like it shifts, like that marker now gained upwards of 10 pounds.
Pull it out.
You place it on the table, and the whole world around this table desaturates in color. Everything around you, Sid, is gray. None of the rest of you see this. This is only what Sid sees. You and Felix are in full color, as is the table, and everybody else becomes a little bit more muffled. And then
Okay.
also, Sid, you notice, way off in the distance, through the trees, a green glow.
Okay.
And then, way off to the north, a white glow.
Green and white. Okay.
And you see that Felix is glowing red.
Green, white, and red. Okay. Am I glowing any particular color?
You look down, and you have a copper glow to you.
Okay.
I gotta admit, it's exciting. It's my first real time in the game. I don't know when you got your marker, but I got mine a while ago, and I haven't found another one of the players since. So I'm very honored to get to do this.
You know, Felix, you say this is your first match. When did you first hear about it?
The game?
Yes.
About 5 years ago, actually.
5 years.
Well, as I understand, I'm not sure if I'm the newest member or not, but I've always had a feeling I'm definitely one of the younger players.
Yes.
And from my understanding, this has been going on for I don't even know how long. I mean, The only people that really have any answers seem to be as much full of lies and stories and exaggerations as anything, and that's just
true. It's true.
Uh,
Many people like that.
great game houses tend to have the most lore about the game, but the trouble with the great game houses is there's so much exaggeration it's hard to believe anything, except that for sure Zaz themselves has set foot in that great game house. But like, I mean, it's a temple, so of course he's there or she's there. I don't know.
It's nebulous. If you're the newest member, perhaps, then maybe I should check that you have all the ins and outs correct.
Persuasion, please.
Perfect. Persuasion. Come on, dice. How about a 24?
That's fair. Okay. You load up your marker with as far as you're willing to go, but ultimately the marker has to be the final bet. The marker can be anywhere along the way. And then once you've lost the marker, you're not one of the players anymore. But you had a chance to sit at the table. And then whoever gathers the 3 markers gets to play the final game.
And we load them with?
Well, whatever you consider valuable. But there has to be a level of sacrifice. I mean, that's the expectation, right? I mean, I've got that right?
It is the most important part. It's
I put in my gift for song. I put in my pitch. I put in some of my ability to dance, my knowledge of pyrotechnics. I put in, let's see. I also tried to put some other stuff in. I mean, I'm not supposed to tell you everything, so.
Bauer leans over to Fulcrum to see. This is where the real game is won. The cards are really meaningless. It's all about the back and forth between the 2 players till one of them gives up what it is that they do that lets you know when they're winning.
Oh, I was supposed to
you
be.
need to know in order to actually win this game.
I was trying to watch the cards. I wasn't even listening to what they were saying. Okay.
That's what it's all one in what they're saying. Just keep watching.
So, are you ready?
I am ready, Felix.
Great. And he delves out the cards, and we'll pick up next time.
Excellent.
He's raising that. If he put his pyrotechnics in there, he's serious business about this game.
Serious business.
He loves that. He loves those things.
Loves the pyro.
The pirate.
Yeah. So, needless to say, Jeff, you have to have a deck of cards on you next time.
All right. I will see if I can find some.
We're gonna play a variation on stud poker. So
Nice.
You know what's actually interesting? I think we can actually do cards inside of Roll20.
You can. You can make a deck. It already exists.
Hi, game of cards.
Hey, look at it.
But what would be even cooler is if Clint just had a deck and was the dealer. You could see his table and you could just put the cards down on the table.
5 cards.
This seems like a lot. I don't know if I like this.
Well, we'll see if you can win a deck of cards against.
I actually created a deck for the tokens for my vigilantes.
Damn.
In the game.
Look at
That's
that.
what I use for tokens instead.
Oh, this seems complicated. I'd rather just use real cards.
Literally just dragged him out of his stack.
We all have 5 cards.
We'll see if I can find some. I don't know if I have any cards. A Joker.
Stealing card. What is going on? I don't know
talking
what's
about?
happening.
I'm
here.
just clicking.
I dealt cards to you guys, and on your icons it says stealing.
Yeah, you can take cards from us, I
You
think.
can steal cards from people because it depends on what game you're playing. You know,
Right.
Oh my god.
I let it go.
Let it-
He let it
I don't know what that means. But we got cards all over the table now. So there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, good stuff. Yeah, tabletop simulator is a possibility, I guess, too. But
It's true.
anyway, I'll see if I can find some cards. Good
See if
shit.
you can beat Felix.
Oh man, what am I gonna wager? That's the important part. So I have a feeling I've accidentally loaded it up with you guys.
We're loaded in there.
I don't know, but I have a feeling.
Here's what it's gonna be. You
My
can
hair? Fuck you,
roll.
Chris Derps.
You can either load stuff you know onto it, and in
Okay.
loading stuff onto it, you get to swap it out for things that are already on it. But once you load something in, you can't take that thing back out.
Shav Hunter, man, losing my
Gamble your
fertility.
fertility.
That's an important attribute.
Gamble your
That is a special.
yeah, gamble your natural
Oh, boy.
susness.
Your
Oh,
natural thoughtlessness.
I'll never be suspicious again.
You'll be just the most trustworthy son of a bitch.
Never happened.
God, that would suck.
I kind of want
I
you to
can't
win.
get rid of these damn cards. They're all over my fucking
God.
screen.
If you
You're
win,
welcome.
that means you somehow get Felix's pyrotechnics ability. I will be
I got 'em.
freaking thrilled. Just
All right. We are back, chat, literally next week. This was the skipping off from Valentine's weekend game. And so normally we wouldn't be playing this week. This would be our week off. So to get back on track, we'll be right back next week. And we're kicking off with cards. So we will be watching Sid gamble away whatever Sid's going to gamble away.
It's gonna be the important stuff. That's all.
And I've got to work up some sort of a fair system that involves his skills and dice and literally cards.
You're the DM. You don't have to make it fair.
Thank you, dice. My dice.
I just hope Felix doesn't have some type of
So,
breakdown in the middle of the game.
Yeah.
oh,
yeah,
he's
mental
got to
breakdown.
gamble his echo.
Oh,
That's kind of a pretty important part of my character, guys.
Gamble away party members.
hey, in fair, the pyrotechnics is a pretty important part of Felix's character,
That's pretty true.
sir. And singing.
Sure. Yeah, that's true. That's
It's
true.
integral to who he is.
Yeah, I'll give
But
you
it's
that.
not
I'll give
me,
you that.
So,
Yeah, right.
I mean, can I give a -1 save to Dex or something? Like,
Yeah,
what's the
Yeah, just a
stats
knight.
here?
Who
What's
likes
the
knights?
mechanics
I
of
go
this,
knights.
Levi?
just
Okay.
a night.
I need
You
to know
just-
the mechanics of this.
Hey,
Then I'll make my call.
listen, I didn't ask for mechanics. I just gambled my soul and got +4 charisma.
That's all it
He
takes.
did. He did. It's a true story.
That is true
That's all you
story.
need to do.
Valorant went out, came back hotter.
That is true.
And
Everyone
you know why?
Very
You
well.
know why I won? Because they didn't have to tell me the odds. I just did it.
The
Very
Corellian
Han
approach.
Solo of you.
Nice.
Very Han
Right.
Solo of you.
That's right. That's right. We'll figure this out.
You never tell Corellian the odds.
All right.
Never.
Well, if that's it for tonight, then I suppose we should do a quick rundown of everything else you might find around here.
That's right.
As
Yeah,
Levi
we
said, next Saturday, 10 p.m., we're back for more Everstorm, where you'll get to see
Yeah,
Card
we are.
playing and
Yeah.
probably some tree travel. And
Probably some
who
true.
knows?
Travel.
Who knows what other sorts of shenanigans we
Yeah,
may pull
you were gonna-
during another game session.
Pop back underwater because they sank the grit while we were away. Or
Maybe
something.
more cloud carring
Mhm.
if there's no grit left to go back to.
God, I
I
hope not.
blame Sid. He made his way.
He wagered the
Definitely
grit.
Sid's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He hit his way.
It's like a bad episode of Pinks. Like he just gambled away the pink slips.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm sorry. It's the second boat that's been hit by the monster. I don't know what keeps happening. Weird.
Monster keeps chasing me. I don't know what's over that.
Tonight, because it's now Sunday, tonight,
It is.
8 p.m. Central Time, I am back with Vigilantes of Valandria, Chapter 2, The Manifesto of Destiny, where my Vigilante players will be investigating a rare book that they all risked their lives for last game, and you'll get to find out exactly the contents of that book and why it's so damn important, and who wants to spend money to get that book. You'll find all those things out tonight. Vigilantes of Valandria, it's Zweihander RPG. Come back for that, 8 p.m. tonight.
Mega Zweihander Epic Trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow, it's all aboard or looking for group. I don't know which one we're doing tomorrow, but it's community night. Me and Jeff will be here. We'll be playing some games with you, viewers, so you can get in our Discord. You can sign up to be part of the games that we're going to be playing. Me and Jeff will figure out what that'll be between now and Monday. Tuesday, Levi is first. Levi, DM to Art.
On Tuesday, we'll be doing DM to Art with what Ogo lovingly calls Talent Tuesday. I am on at 7 Central Time, and Cam is on at 7 Coastal Time.
West Coastal time.
West Coast Time. Oh, he threw up the West Coast.
Oh,
So, at 7 Central, I'm here for DM to Art, where I'll be doing some sort of art, whether it's on Photoshop or actually drawing it. Last time I did a zombie character that's a boss in our current zombie game that we're playing. I used that show on Tuesdays to create the character art that we currently use in the game. And I have finally done all the characters, so I don't know what I'm drawing. I might just waste away that Tuesday working on Inktober 52. We'll see. But I also might have an assistant. My 5-year-old daughter might be drawing. Last time she was here, she drew peepees and butts. So we'll see how that goes.
It got explicit. It
It did. It was fun times. Fun times.
No,
It was
can't be
specifically
partnered with
butt
Twitch.
cheeks. Specifically
Peepees and butt
cheeks.
cheeks. So
Butt
come on by
cheeks.
DM to Art for peepees and butt cheeks.
All right, then I am on directly after that. Making music. Bardic Knowledge is what it's called. Don't know what we're making this week yet, but that's pretty much like it is every week, so it's no different. If you want to come by, check it out. I just basically walk through the process of making music. All the music that you hear in our stream, save for a couple of tracks, because Clint's made a couple of them. Save for those tracks, I've made all the music that you hear during our streams. So check it out. Come watch me make it. If you are interested, I did put a link there in the chat. It is all available right now. It is DMCA free. So if you would like to use it in your own streams or videos or whatever, please feel free. Just shout us out for TT2KB. Direct people back at our channel. We'd very much appreciate it. Yeah, it's also on Spotify as well. So if you want to check it out there, feel free.
Amazing.
Bandcamp is the way to go, though. If you like Bandcamp, Bandcamp is great. You can actually download the stuff there, and you can download it for free. There is a pay what you want, so if you do want to donate a little bit towards copyright costs and all that stuff, we appreciate it. But you can get it all for free there too. So you can only stream on like Spotify, Pandora, that sort of stuff. You can actually download it, Bandcamp. So that's what I got.
So
All
good.
right. Wednesday, 10 p.m. Central Time. We're back here this week with our zombie apocalypse survival game, Don't Sleep. It's All Flesh Must Be Eaten, ran by Levi, who DMs that game as well. Levi, you got us on the ropes, right? I mean, is that safe to say?
This next game is Bunker Dome 3000. I don't know what I'm going to call it. I think I named it after Beyond Bunker Dome. I think that's what I was going to call it.
Lampshade.
Yeah. The minion. The minions of Lampshade, the lamp impaled spider-like stilted zombie with the lampshade dog cone of shame around his neck. Now ominously looms over the party as 5 cosplaying zombies as the Everstorm characters zoom in. There's a pair of twins, a poodle, a Jamba Juice girl, a businessman. Oh God!
I missed
and
this game.
Not to forget,
So much.
the full fury, the furry fury of the Henderson dog is unleashed
On
this
everybody.
Wednesday.
Talking
And the
about
roof
the Henderson
exploded, as
dog.
I recall, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's something like that.
Join us
Real out of hand.
for a lot of people that are going to die. It's going to be
did we all get struck by lightning? It was bad.
Just me.
Indigo Moonchild got impaled by Lampshade on one of the lamps.
And
And then at that last moment, somebody went full 2020, and Lampshade got struck by lightning, which caused all of Lampshade's lamps to light up. And in addition, because at the time Indigo Moonchild had looted an arc welder, the charge went through the floor, lit up the arc welder as the tip dragged along the floor, and managed to exactly tack weld the impaled lamp that went through Indigo Moonchild to the floor.
That's
so
right.
now he's not only impaled, but Lampshade can't unimpale him, even if Lampshade want to get his leg back.
Indigo Moonchild has 1 hit point, but he knows he'll be reincarnated.
It's all good.
I feel like
Are you guys still
Jeff
in the bunker?
cannot end a game
well,
with more than 1 hit point.
And the bunker is a relative term because the bunker's roof exploded last game.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
I'm still probably
we're-
sitting in the Humvee smoking a
Yeah,
cigarette.
no, that's exactly what we did.
You
at
want to know
the
how the game ended?
Because it's like, it's only been like 15 minutes probably.
I can tell you how the game ended. The game ended with that lightning strike and all the craziness happening on the one end of the lawn, but you can't see it because Two Tone's parked on the other side in the Humvee. So Two Tone is watching the lightning and then lighting a cigarette. He's like, just enjoying the rain show. And then he turns on the wipers.
Yep.
That's right. That's right. He turned in the way.
That's how the game ended.
We did
Yeah.
sleep, so it's been like 8 hours.
Roll credit.
Sleep.
That's
That's
true.
So
awesome.
let's sleep. Sleep
That
to
was
the
a
curve.
long smoke break.
Finally, sleep occurred.
Yeah, it's going to be intense. You guys in the audience can
It'll be great.
totally contribute.
We're all gonna
That's how all this shit keeps happening to us.
And
It makes
because
stupid
we're-
characters.
Because
They're
we're glutton
hilarious.
for punishment, you've all had 2 more weeks to get paid again at work to come with your bits and just lob more zombies at us. You don't think what you have already done is enough. You can come through even more at us. So that'll be Wednesday at 10 p.m. Thursday, looking for group. About 9 or 10 p.m. start time, depending on the week there. We'll be back probably playing. Are you going to do Among Us this week, Jeff? Or are we going to do more Jackbox?
Yeah, well, we should do Among Us again.
Probably do
Gonna
Among Us this
alternate.
week. You're going to try to alternate them? So, okay,
Yeah, we'll
last
see if
week it was
that's-
Jackbox. We had a real good time for everyone who showed up. This week it'll be, looks like Among Us. So get in the Discord, get on that. Get on that wait list.
Chris Sturps has made a good point.
I like how
Halfway
you
across the
country.
globe.
You guys have barely left the first area and don't sleep.
You're not wrong, man. You're not wrong.
It's so true. And then Fridays, it's been a few weeks. Have you got your new printer set up, Clint?
No, hell no. I've been
So
out of
we're
town
still-
like 3 weeks in a row,
Yeah.
so yeah,
Yeah.
Then Friday, I may suck at Borderlands. So
nice.
There may be some sucking of Borderlands going on. Again, that brings us back to Everstorm next Saturday. So that's your week lineup for this week.
Good stuff.
Boy, I guess that is just about it then. And I guess at that point, I can find us a raid target here.
Yeah, boy.
I should probably do that. That's like my other part of my job around here. Sometimes when I
Thank
feel
you so
like
much
doing
for
it.
spending your time with us tonight, guys. We had a lot of fun.
Thank you for
Yeah, that
giving
was
us your
awesome.
evening. We greatly appreciate it.
Thank you for the
Thank you,
game.
everybody.
Oh, I knew we were going
Good.
to
It
raid
was
because
good.
I don't get an opportunity to raid them often.
good-
So when-
Captain Kieran, Borderlands 3, I'm currently running just because it seems to be the one that most people don't know as well or are interested to seeing what the plot is like because I've done it all.
Fun game. It's a fun game. And yeah.
It makes me want to go back and play.
I don't think they're playing tonight, but our friends from New Zealand, Getting Dicey, are currently
Getting
online,
Dicey.
and I think
They
they're
do fun
talking.
stuff.
They do.
I think they're talking about some D&D though. So let's hop over and see what they're up to today.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
all.
coming out,
Appreciate
everybody.
it.
Have a nice night.